So Bellingham has already punched their ticket to the playoffs no matter what happens the rest of the season.
It's time for Wenatchee AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, and our Gold supporter, the Town Auto Group. Tonight's broadcast also brought to you by Apple Valley Honda, Club Crow Bar and Grill, the Chelan Douglas Community Action Council, and AmeriCorps, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Prestige Senior Living at Colonial Vista in Wenatchee and East Wenatchee, Together for Youth, the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and the Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center. And now let's go live to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium on the campus of Wenatchee Valley College.
It's kind of playing towards the bag at second, so there's a big gap over there. This pitch swung on, and good. How about finding a gap in center field for an RBI single? Beautifully struck.
And a good evening, baseball fans. Welcome to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium here on the campus of Wenatchee Valley College. It's time for AppleSox baseball, summer collegiate version of the West Coast League. Along with Brandon Schmitten, I'm Eric Granstrom here on the NCWLIFE Channel as your Wenatchee AppleSox take on the Kamloops NorthPaws. The two teams met back about a month ago, with Wenatchee sweeping all three games in pretty good fashion. They won the opener 2-1. They won the second game 13-2, and then the finale 15-5. Yeah, that's a big difference. Brandon Schmitten, the NorthPaws, not doing so well this season, coming in with a record of 5-8. They're 12-27 overall. Wenatchee should take care of business here tonight and over the next 3 nights.
Yes, should. But that's the scary thing about baseball is, you know, in football, if you have the better team, you're going to win the majority of the times. Baseball, flukes happen all the time.
Absolutely.
So you got to come out and never overlook.
Yeah, of course, Mariner fans are wondering, well, they should have beat the Angels last night.
Yeah.
However, is that a fluke, or it seems kind of, unfortunately, to be a trend right now for the Mariners?
It does. Yeah, they're not scoring the runs like the AppleSox are.
AppleSox are scoring runs in gobs. They are coming off a 3-game sweep of the Yakima Valley Pippins. Of course, we were here on Friday night for the opener, where Wenatchee won by a final of 9-2. They won Saturday 12-9 and Sunday 10-8. They outscored the Pippins 31-19 and had 36 hits in 3 games. Coach Mitch Darlington's got to love that.
Oh, yeah. And the pitchers have got to love that, too. You know, it makes it a lot easier to pitch when you know that you have an offense behind you.
Speaking of which, Quincy Vasser getting the start tonight. He has pitched, it seems like forever here with the AppleSox in an AppleSox uniform, coming off of a well-deserved all-star appearance. Has a chance to get the strikeout record here tonight.
Yeah, that's a great honor. You know, that just tells you about the longevity.
Yeah.
This is his 4th year playing here, and, yeah, what a great record to get.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the AppleSox looking for him to get a good start tonight. He did not fare so well in his last outing. Only lasted 4 innings and got shelled for 5 runs. But you go back to a month ago up in Kamloops against this team. He did well and got the victory.
Yeah. And, you know, speaking of pitchers, Kamloops pitchers, he's a go-getter, too. He's pitched very, very well this year.
He's a go-getter, and if we had any clouds, he'd bring rain. He's 6'8".
Oh, boy.
He's a big fella. He's a little beanpole, though, 215 pounds. We're talking about Sawyer Jensen. First of all, I love that name as a baseball player.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Sawyer Jensen.
Yep.
Got to love that. He's 1-1 on the season, a 1.22 earned run average. He doesn't give up a lot.
No, he doesn't. And he goes long in games, too.
Yeah, absolutely. And talking with the coaching staff for the Wenatchee AppleSox here tonight, they said, hey, this is going to be a tough one. This is kind of a pitcher's duel. We got to be patient at the plate and make his pitch count get up there so we can get to their bullpen. That's where Wenatchee could strike a lot.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I've seen that we're really good at this year is seeing pitches and running counts deep. You know, like you said, if you can get to their bullpen, then we've got a legitimate chance.
Mitch Darlington, the head coach for Wenatchee. He's assisted by Tyler Cowley and Xander Orahudos. Meanwhile, the head coach for the Kamloops NorthPaws, this is not a mistake.
Or a different one.
Or a different one. Jose Bautista, who is in the Toronto Blue Jays Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Jose, this is 15-year Major League Baseball career. Jose Bautista is the head coach for the team in red tonight.
Yeah, how awesome is that? You know, we get to see all these kids that come around from everywhere, and then for them to get a coach like that, that's quite a special thing for these guys to be able to play for a guy like that.
I went in the dugout to introduce myself, and I said, now, you're the head coach, right? And he says, no, it's the guy around the corner. And he starts laughing. He's got a brilliant smile. And I said, no, Mr. Batista. And he says, yes, okay, I'm the head coach. And I just wanted to make sure that his assistants were ones, because they don't have it on their website. They don't have it on the roster anywhere. So I had to make sure the coaches that I could find are the ones. He's assisted by T.C. Fairfield and Riley Jepson. He was saying that T.C. is the head coach. No, Jose Bautista is the head coach for Kamloops. Wenatchee, meanwhile, coming in with a record of 8-4 in the second half of the West Coast League season. They're 26-13 overall. They won the North half title in the first half. They're in first place by a game and a half now coming into the series here tonight. And, of course, they'd love to have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. They're in the playoffs no matter what, and look like they're going to have home field advantage for that first round of the playoffs, which means one game at whatever the second place team is, or if Wenatchee doesn't win the second half, the winner of the second half, they'll be there for a game and then here for two if necessary. And then would host if they don't get, I don't see anybody catching Corvallis. We talked about that last Friday.
You know, I was just looking at that. Corvallis has 10 losses. So
they do, yes. So, and they have proven, especially lately, that they're beatable. And I'll tell you, the team that's hot right now is Ridgefield. They're 13-0 in the second half of the season.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is absolutely crazy. But so we'll see what happens. And by the way, the season is quickly winding down. There's not a lot left. It is the home stretch.
15 games left.
15 games left as of tonight. And, of course, the AppleSox in the playoffs, but they hope to climb and put their positioning in the playoffs a little bit better than where they are right now. We've got the AppleSox and the NorthPaws coming up. We've got our anthem on the way as well. We'll take a break and come back, get you ready for first pitch. Coming up next, it's West Coast League Baseball here live tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel. We'll be right back.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Hi, my name is Courtney, and AmeriCorps has given me the opportunity to change careers, learn new skills, and serve my community in a meaningful way. I am so glad that I chose AmeriCorps.
My service with AmeriCorps has allowed me to make a difference in the lives of people that I wouldn't have otherwise made.
My service in AmeriCorps allowed me make huge impact to community having fun.
AmeriCorps gave me the opportunity to serve and use my skills for the greater good. I highly recommend serving with AmeriCorps. You will change your life.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
It's a great time to go into the medical profession. And this is the perfect place to start, because this is going to provide you that basic understanding in order to get into medical school, physical therapy school. So when you are ready to head on your career pathway, wherever it is, then you've already had some experience and say, oh, this is so cool. This is exactly what I want to do. So really, you're going to leave me with 13 college credits and a license with the state of Washington.
We're back just in time for the anthem here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. was hard to hear, but they did have the anthem here. And we do have a team from Canada here, and I'm a little curious about no Canadian anthem. Oh, we are. Oh, okay. We do have the Canadian anthem. So here we go.
5 on you. Must be a late person. Oh, wait a minute. It could be a.
We go. Sorry about that. I jumped the gun a little bit, assuming that we weren't going to have the Canadian anthem, but we do have quite a few Canadian players visiting us from Kamloops, British Columbia. I've never been to Kamloops. It is a beautiful city. I had a chance to go to Kamloops with the AppleSox back in their, I think, second or third season in PIL play back in the day, when Ed Nags took the baseball team for the AppleSox up to the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament, or they called it the Kibbit back then. And, oh gosh darn, if the AppleSox didn't win the whole thing.
Nice.
That was a fun trip.
They tended to do that a lot
and
back
it
in the
was
day.
Fun to watch Norbrock Stadium become AppleSox fans. They're just baseball fans in general up in Kamloops, which I was a little curious about, because I thought, oh, this is hockey country. Who's going to care about baseball? They did, and in a big way. And by the end of that tournament, there was such a fan base for the AppleSox. It was just amazing to see.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was very fun. So here we go, ready for baseball tonight. AppleSox in their powder blue tops. Let's take a look at the defense here. First of all, as we mentioned, Quincy Vasser on the mound, getting the start here tonight for Mitch Darlington and company. And Quincy Vasser on the season is a record of 1-3 with a 4.02 earned run average, making his 7th start at a Vanguard University. He's a 6'1", 190-pound senior from Vanguard. His catcher is Jonathan Fitz. At first place, it's Evan Cloyd. Second, Brady Bean, who just joined the club over the weekend out of the University of Portland. Kanoa Murasaki is out there at shortstop. James Castagnola at third. Out in the outfield, it's Cam Hoyland in left, Max Hartman in right, Aiden Dougherty is in left field. Meanwhile, the head coach, Jose Bautista, has Jacob French leading off. He's the third baseman. Batting second will be catcher Matthew McDonald. Batting third will be Michael Weber, who's the DH. Batting fourth, the first baseman, TJ Wachter. As we're ready to go, Zach Burr is our home plate umpire. Travis Holsey is out there on the base paths. And Jacob French, a 6'1", 190-pound sophomore from UC Berkeley, steps in the left-handed batter's box. And the first pitch of the game is across the knees for a cold strike. 0-1 the count. And we're underway here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium.
Always good to start off the game with a strike.
Lefty versus lefty here, and this pitch swung on and hit on a hop right back to Quincy, and Vasser will underhand it over to Cloyd at first base. So 2 pitches and 1 out, and you gotta love to see that if you're Mitch Darlington.
I think a little broken bat on that there too, wasn't it?
It sounded
like it.
Yeah. So 1 down brings up Matthew McDonald, who's the catcher. He's batting .260 on the season, a 5'10", 185-pound sophomore from Chippewa College, and again, as we talked about, we get to learn about more colleges.
That's right. Yeah, we've got a couple new ones tonight.
Yes. First pitch to Mr. McDonald is outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Just underway here at Paul Thomas. A little breeze blowing in from right field on a gorgeous night for baseball. Blessed again to be here. This pitch misses away for a ball.
That sun's going to be tough for the right side of the field tonight.
It will. First base, second base, right field. Tough battling that sunshine until it heads over. And that pitch sounded like it hit the batter, but apparently it just skipped in. Home plate umpire did not give the timeout sign as if there was a hit batsman. So 3-0 the count here to McDonald, who has just 9 RBI on the summer, 10 runs in West Coast League play with that .260 batting average. This one's right down the middle for a strike. 3-1 the count. McDonald taking all the way.
Yeah, that's always a good thing to do is, you know, go 3-0, see another pitch. What the heck? Make the pitcher come back.
3-1 pitch misses high, so a 1-out walk given up to McDonald brings up the DH, Michael Weber. I was glad I went down to the dugout before the game to introduce myself to Mr. Batista, which was an honor.
Yes.
And I told him so, and he's like, yeah, whatever.
You know how many times I've heard that?
Michael Weber, W-E-B-E-R, and I would have said Weber all night
I would have
long.
too, yeah.
Yeah, so it is Weber, according to Michael. Out of UC Riverside. First pitch to him is just missing outside for ball one. 1-0 the count. 6'1", 225 pounds, batting .224 coming into tonight's contest. NorthPaws coming off of being swept in 3 games over the weekend. Pitch here swung on and fouled back to the screen. Evens the count at 1 ball to 1 strike.
Yeah, he's a big stout kid right here. I'd put him as a catcher if you know, position-wise, but he's DHing for him tonight.
If you're looking at like little leaguers and you're going to be a catcher.
Yeah.
That's how it happened to me. This pitch swung on, popped up towards the second baseman. Backing up is Brady Bean. He will make the catch for the out. And he's probably thankful that ball was so high in this blue sky.
Yeah.
Instead of kind of a medium pop-up with having to battle the sunshine.
He made that look a lot easier than it was, too, because he was going back, and like you had mentioned earlier, the wind's actually blowing in tonight out of right field, which is odd. Usually we get that jet stream going out to right.
TJ Wachter steps up. He's the first baseman. First pitch to him is crushed, but it's foul. That would have been a home run in just about every ballpark, except it's foul.
A baseball.
So it's a
baseball park. Cricket? Yes.
It's strike 1 to Wachter, who is batting .245 coming in out of Fordham College. He's a junior, 6'7", 225. Man, they need a basketball team from this group.
Right.
Pitch here misses away for a ball. Yeah, I would probably pitch away after that first swing of the bat, too.
Yep. Get him to possibly roll over here.
1-1 the count to Wachter. 2 down for the NorthPaws. Pitch on the way by Vasser.
Nice pitch.
Oh, yeah. Good tail late on that curveball. Slider, I guess you could say. And catches the outside portion of the plate for a strike. 1-2 the count. As Quincy Vasser goes for the strikeout record, this pitch, it bounces in, and the runner from first was already going. He had that base stolen.
He did, yeah.
Before the pitch even got to the plate. Evens the count to Wachter at 2-2 as McDonald gets a stolen base.
You know, that's a good decision there. You've got your number 4 hitter up, so if he gets thrown out stealing, then the 4 hitter gets to lead off the next inning. I like that.
Nothing lost.
Yes.
Something could be gained. There you go.
Yes, definitely. Gets him in scoring position now, too. So.
McDonald with a short lead from second. Vasser checks him. Pitch swung on and missed, and another strikeout in the stellar career of Quincy Vasser as he will leave a runner stranded at second base. To the bottom of the first we go. Wenatchee due up next. No score so far. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Check out ClubProCashmere.com for upcoming events and tickets.
Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We're not affiliated with any of the network channels. We're a locally owned, locally managed television station who prides itself on being a reflection and a spotlight on the communities we call home here in North Central Washington. We need to thank our gold supporter, Town Auto Group. Your community, your family, your Town Auto Group. Thanks for watching the NCWLIFE Channel. Well, thanks to our platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling in Wenatchee. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Give them a call today. It's 509-662-6842. They're on the web at alpineair.net. Also, thanks to our gold supporter, Town Auto Group. Your community, your family, your Town Auto Group. Along with Brandon Schmitten, Eric Granstrom here on the NCWLIFE Channel. And we're going to have to check the height on, we're going to have to run out there with the tail of the tape.
I think so.
They said in the program, this is online now, that their starting pitcher, Sawyer Jansen, is 6'8". But I would say more along the lines of about 6'4".
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Maybe 6'5".
Yeah.
But I don't know about that whole 6'8" thing.
Yeah. Get out your protractor and
yeah. Maybe with the shadows they get up in Kamloops. Maybe he appeared. They measured his shadow. They didn't measure him. That's it. But yeah, see, it says 6'8", 215 right there on their roster. So he'll face Brady Bean, Max Hartman, and Aiden Dougherty here in the bottom of the first. Scoreless for the NorthPaws. You know, we got so many teams that have names. Of course, I'm also including the AppleSox in that. So A and S are capitalized in AppleSox. NorthPaws, it's all one word, but N and P is capitalized. You got River Hawks, all one word, but the R and the H is capitalized. Then you've got the Night Owls that are all one word. The N and the O are capitalized. There's a trend.
There is.
First two pitches are strikes.
I can see why this guy has a good record. He comes out and is effortless, like we talked about last game. Effortless.
Swung on, chopped off the plate. Tough play. Third baseman will field and throw, and a good play over there by Jacob French to step in front of Anthony Setikasi.
There's a couple names that are difficult to say here.
And I asked him in the dugout too. I said, okay, now help me with your name. And he says it's just exactly the way it looks. Setikasi.
Setikasi.
You pronounce it all.
All right.
And I said, okay. All right, I got you. Setikasi it is.
Schlechelman.
And Schlechelman, yes. Sound like we got a mouthful of slush. Pitch here is low and inside for a ball. 1-0 the count. You know what I haven't seen? Of course, my neighborhood, I'm up by the airport, so I don't get the neighborhood vibe like you do in town. But are there ice cream trucks around still?
You know, I haven't heard one around our house lately.
I mean, as a kid growing up, I mean,
that was
the ice cream truck.
Yes,
I mean, that was you heard the tones about 3 blocks away.
Yep.
And then you ran in the house, asked mom for change.
Yeah.
Of course, when we were kids, it was change.
Right. It was a quarter. Now.
Fastball here is missing inside. Good eye by Max Hartman. 1 down for the AppleSox and a 2-1 count to Max. And boy, I'll tell you, what a season he is having this summer out of Washington State. Pitch here swung on, and guess what? It'll be backhanded by the first baseman, underhanded to first, and it is in time. Oh my! I thought Max Hartman had himself another base hit there.
I did too. It was a good hustle play there by the pitcher, getting over and doing his job, the PFPs, pitcher fielding positions.
Yeah, you got to field your position no matter where you are on the diamond. And that was a good play by TJ Walkner out there at first, too, because that ball took a nasty hop on him. He was able to knock it down with a backhand on the opposite side of his glove and was able to make the play. Fastball here to Aiden Dougherty, misses outside for ball 1. Aiden batting .344. I was going through the lineup here before the broadcast started here with Brandon. I said, look at this lineup here for the AppleSox. Even if you take out 2 that have kind of inflated batting averages that haven't played a lot of baseball, you've got a situation where the starting lineup for the Wenatchee AppleSox tonight batting about .320.
It is, yeah. That's pretty incredible. And we were comparing that to a couple different teams tonight. And yeah, it far surpasses.
Yeah, well, and you've got one of the best hitting teams, and that's why the AppleSox won the North half, first half of the North Division. And 3-0 pitch here to Dougherty. He'll take, and it's ball 4 as he looks lingeringly at the home plate umpire, waiting for a possible strike. It was close, but not close enough, according to Zach Burr. So down to first goes Dougherty with 2 outs, and that brings up Evan Cloyd.
Yeah, and we were looking at Kamloops batting average on the season. It's 223.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, not so good.
Yeah,
and that's why they're 12-27 on the season coming in. They were last in the first half of the season in the North, and they're last place now. Well, I guess you could say tied for last. They are officially tied for last. 2 outs, 1 aboard. Runner for first goes. What a jump by Dougherty, and the throw down to second base not nearly in time, as Dougherty has yet another stolen base for the Wenatchee AppleSox. And I'll tell you, he's getting used to that for Wenatchee this summer. As
I think that's 16 on the year, isn't it?
Let me look here quickly for Mr. Dougherty, and 17 for 19 on the season in stolen bases.
That's pretty good, especially when he's in the 3-hole. Usually your number 3 hitter doesn't run that well. You know, there's been a couple.
Usually kind of a beefier guy, and doesn't necessarily translate to speed, but he showed it there. Pitch on the way to the plate is across for a strike. 2-1 the count to Evan Cloyd, who's coming in with a .365 batting average.
Yeah, that's incredible. 365 this deep in the season too.
Next pitch on the way, swung on a chopped off the plate. Could be trouble for the third baseman. Had to wait for the hop. He throws to first, and it's in time. Good play over there by Jacob French, a couple of which in this first inning. And the AppleSox retired to leave a man aboard. We will take a break, come back for the second. Scoreless so far. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
In Digital Media Arts program, we learn about video production gear and editing by the combination of class projects and nonprofit work and employment.
It makes things happen.
Yeah.
It's pretty magical.
We work in the industry at the Wenatchee Round, NCWLIFE Channel, and the Town Toyota Center events. Every day we work with industry standard equipment for a hands-on learning experience.
You're watching West Coast League Baseball here tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call 509-662-6842. It'll be number 567 due up here for Jose Bautista and the Kamloops NorthPaws. Joey Rico, Matthew Olivares, and Dylan Decker due up here for the NorthPaws. I keep wanting to call them the Southpaws because, you know,
that would make sense.
A lot of lefties.
Yes.
But then we have the lefties over in Port Angeles.
That's true.
You know,
yeah.
Oh, it's so confusing.
Yeah.
First pitch of the second by Quincy Vasser is a little bit high. By the way, we're keeping track of Quincy and the night tonight. He's a chance at history here tonight. With the strikeout to end the first inning, he now has 109 strikeouts in his career with the AppleSox. And that makes him, well, 110 is the record held by Hunter Boyd, who was out here earlier.
He was.
Throwing out the ceremonial first pitch.
Yes.
And you know Hunter Boyd well.
Yeah, unfortunately I do. Yeah, he pitched for Moses Lake when I was still coaching at Eastmont, and he
pitch here swung on and lifted in the air to left field and bouncing right in front of Cam Hoyland out there. And that one had that kind of sinking sense to it, so a base hit.
Yeah, Hunter found a way to get some wins against us when he
found a way.
Yeah,
he found a way.
Yeah.
You mean he wasn't dominant?
He was dominant. Yeah.
Sometimes you got to give credit where credit's due.
That's right.
So the first hit of the game is a leadoff hit for Kamloops here in the second. Brings up Matthew Olivares. He has a .240 batting average, a junior out of Cal State East Bay, another one of those schools I hadn't heard of until today.
Yeah, and Rico was from Westmont College.
And you said you've heard of Westmont?
No, I haven't heard. I've heard of Fordham, but not Westmont.
Not Westmont. Okay.
Yeah.
Fastball here is a hefty one, but misses just outside for ball 2.
Heard of Eastmont, but not Westmont. Yeah.
Listening to a news report the other day, and they were talking about Eastern Wenatchee, Washington. This pitch
really?
swung on.
There we go.
Line drive to first base, double play. Evan Cloyd, man on the spot.
Yep, we'll take that. Unfortunate, the runner can't do anything on that situation there.
So quickly, 2 down. here in the second on a well-positioned play by Mr. Cloyd over there at first base. Brings up Dylan Decker, another good baseball name. Left fielder batting .211 out of Trinidad. St. Trinidad Junior College. See, another one hadn't heard of before.
I've never heard of that one either.
Series. First pitch to him is a strike. Vasser, quick worker on the mound. Pitch here, swung on, a missed. He was out in front of that one. 0-2 the count. Crowd sensing maybe another K to hang up on the board here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium.
Yeah, we didn't have many Sox up there last game.
No, we didn't. We didn't. Pitch on the way is bouncing in, and good idea. You're ahead to count. Why not try to get into fish for one?
Yeah, make him chase one out there.
1-2 the count.
Fortunately, he didn't swing at that because I think he would have been on first base there with that far bounced away.
Yeah, with the way that it bounced away. 1-2 the count. Pitched to Decker from Vasser. Swung on a chop slowly and foul up the first base line. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. 4:08 to center field here at the ballpark, and we're guessing about 3:30, 3:35 down the lines. They don't have it marked here. And I did range that at one point, and I want to say 3:33, 3:35, something like that.
There we go.
Strike 3 cold on the outside corner. So 2 strikeouts here in the game. And congratulations to Quincy Vasser. He has now caught Hunter Boyd in the career strikeout category for the Wenatchee AppleSox. One more, and he'll hold the record. We'll take a break and come back. Scoreless so far. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen is a good option for me. The risk of addiction, it's not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions, and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
Well, thanks for joining us here on the NCWLIFE Channel, your television home for AppleSox baseball. As we're heading to the bottom of the second, scoreless so far, James Castagnola will start it off. He'll be followed by Cannon Peary and Jonathan Fitz for the AppleSox against the 6'8" right-hander Sawyer Jensen. First pitch on the way is a curve strike.
That's a little up.
0-1 the count to Castagnola, who comes in batting .318, a sophomore from UC Irvine. 6'1", 190-pound sophomore. Pitch here, swung on, and another bender that Castagnola was fooled by.
Yeah.
Another curveball, and this time Castagnola says, "Hello, Mr. Jensen."
Three off-speed pitches in a row.
Exactly, and by the third, I mean, third's a charm, right?
Right, yeah. Yeah, you would think he would have mixed that up with a fastball or something.
Yeah, or throw one up and out of the zone to make it look like it's a curve again that's coming in high and then going to drop down low. So one aboard for the AppleSox on their first hit of the night. And here comes Cannon Peary, who's had a good summer as well out of Grand Canyon University. Pitch on the way to him is a fastball. There's that fastball we missed last time around, and this one misses high. 1-0 the count. Lots of oomph on that fastball. And you talk about it again. You watch pitchers. This guy very effortless out there on the mound.
Very effortless. Yeah, he uses his levers very well.
Pitch on the way, just misses outside for a ball, and that was a good frame by Matthew McDonald behind home plate, the catcher for the NorthPaws.
I could foresee him running on this pitch right here, just because he had that high leg kick.
And so too did the NorthPaws.
Yeah.
As Jensen throws that way, and
his first pitch, do you notice his slide step that he had on the first pitch was very quick to the plate.
And
right
there it is again. Pitch swung on, a popped up foul and out of play on the first base side. Going to ricochet around the bleachers here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. 2-1 the count to Cannon Peary.
All kinds of kids running after those balls tonight.
Peary batting .337 on the summer, 27 RBI, 22 runs scored. He's got 9 doubles and a home run. Pitch here, high fastball missing for ball 3. Good eye by Cannon Peary. Pitch here is right down the middle. Apparently Mr. Peary was looking for something else there. And the count runs full. One aboard, nobody out. Bottom of the second, scoreless so far here in Wenatchee. Runner goes, pitch swung on, hits, it's going to get through for a base hit. And a head first slide out there by Castagnola. He might be able to round second and head for third as the ball just got beyond the outstretched arm of Sedicassi out there. And so a single, good at-bat for Mr. Peary. Sounded like it even broke the bat.
Yeah, that wasn't hit off the barrel, that's for sure. But as Castagnola was running there, I don't think he saw ball off bat very well, because he was diving in, and that was one where you almost have to see it down, but stuck in Never Never Land.
Well, I think, you know, he was trying to steal the base.
Yes.
And I think that's why the head first slide out there. 0-1 pitch bounces in outside. Good stop by McDonald behind the plate to keep the runners where they are. 1-1 to count to Jonathan Fitz, the all-star for the AppleSox, catcher out of the University of San Diego, batting .295 on the summer. Chance to pick up an RBI. Pitch on the way is outside for a ball. Good eye by the umpire. So far, he's been very consistent on that outside pitch. It is outside the plate.
Yes.
2-1 the count to Fitz. Runners at first and second. AppleSox with a chance to score here for the first time tonight. This pitch is right down the middle for a taken strike at the count, even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we talked about the AppleSox trying to be patient here in the early going and maybe get the pitch count up, and it looks like that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, definitely.
2-2 the count to Fitz. See if the runners go. They will not. Pitch on the way, swung on, and a base hit to left field. That's a hard hit ball, and the left fielder comes up with it. They're going to try to score the run, and they will. AppleSox on top, 1-0 on the RBI by Jonathan Fitz, his 17th of the summer.
That was a great piece of hitting right there. He barreled that one up pretty good. And Castagnola saw the ball was getting down and took off and going, and noticed that the left fielder knew he didn't have a chance, so kept the runner off of third base there too.
That's
so
a good defensive play by the left fielder, Dylan Decker out there. We're going to get a little conversation on the mound for the pitching coach for the NorthPaws. That's T.C. Fairfield, as Coach Jose Bautista told me that Fairfield's the head coach. and then they were joking, and then Coach Bautista says, no, he will be. So I don't know if that's something that's going on next year or what, but nonetheless, T.C. Fairfield out there to talk to his big right-hander about back-to-back-to-back base hits, and now suddenly NorthPaws find themselves behind on the scoreboard.
Yeah, now looking at Cam Hoyland's stats right now, he's batting .419 with limited at-bats, I think. But here's a situation where normally you're down in the bottom of the order, you might get a guy to bunt, but with him being as hot as he is, I think they'll probably let him swing away here.
Pitch on the way to him is a fastball missing inside for ball 1. 1-0 the count to Hoyland, as you mentioned. .419 batting average. He's got 31 at-bats. So like you say, limited time at the plate so far, but he's done well with those limited opportunities.
He sure has.
Pitch here bounces in for a ball. Good stop by McDonald. The count goes to 2-0 on Cam Hoyland, the Cal Poly San Luis Obispo product, 6'2", 190 pounds.
Yeah, and he's our only senior that's playing in today's game as far as in the field wise for either team, which I was talking about.
Besides Quincy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting wise, we'll go with that. And we were mentioning that about how young it seemed like Kamloops was in comparison
Yeah,
to the
you
AppleSox.
got a lot of freshmen, sophomores versus juniors.
Yeah.
For the most part. Meanwhile, the grounder to the first baseman to Wachter. He'll take it to the bag himself to get the out. But Hoyland does a good job moving the runners up. So now we got 2 runners in scoring position with 1 down for the AppleSox.
Just as good as a bunt right there.
And I got to talk a little bit about the Mariners last night. Of course, J.P. Crawford gets hit on the first bat of the ball game, ends up breaking his finger after getting hit. Eventually had to come out of the game. So you get a runner aboard, you get 2 aboard, and you have no outs for the Seattle Mariners. Pitch on the way here is a strike on the inside corner. 0-1 to count to Kano Morikowski. Morikowski, that is. Morisaki, that is. Let me get that straight. 3rd time's the charm. And if you're me, and you've got a team that's leading Major League Baseball, in fact, on a record pace for strikeouts, you're giving up outs every single game anyway.
Yeah.
Bunt. Bunt those runners to first, from first and second to second and third.
Yeah.
You're giving up an out anyway because they ended up giving up the outs on that batter. And then our catcher, Cal Raleigh comes up. He hits a base hit to center field. We score 1 run, but that could have been 2 easily if we just bunt the runners up. And I'm old school. I know.
Yeah, that's Billy Bean ball right there, isn't it?
But boy, that drives me nuts.
It does. Sometimes you just, I mean, yes, they're getting paid to be great, but sometimes you got to understand that they're human too.
Swing and a miss here as Morisaki goes down. 2 down for the AppleSox, and back to the top of the order for Brady Bean. AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by Apple Valley Honda. Test drive a new Honda today at Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee. They're committed to preserving the environment not only with fuel-efficient vehicles, but also with other eco-friendly actions and alternatives at Apple Valley Honda. Bean 0 for 1 with a ground out to third. He'll take the first pitch, missing for a ball. Boy, he's not missing by much when he does pitch.
No, he's right around the zone every pitch.
Jensen here inside. Look out, some chin music for Brady Bean. Almost beaned him. And the count goes to 2-0. I'm sure he's never had that talked about ever in all of his time playing baseball. 2-0 the count. Pitch on the way, curveball. This one's in there for a strike, and the count goes to 2-1.
Yeah, that's that high zone that he likes right there. I thought that pitch was a little bit up, but he's been very, very consistent with it.
2-1 pitch quickly on the way. Check swing. He did not go around, and the pitch misses low. That's a good take by Brady Bean there.
That'd be good to get Max Hartman up with the bases loaded.
Yeah, you think? 3-1 the count to Bean, and the pitch on the way. Swung on and grounded up the third baseline, and the runner is out because it struck him. He was in foul territory, so it's a foul ball. That's the way, kids, you want to stay outside the baseline, because had he been in the baseline and it struck him, he'd be out.
That's right. The old saying, down and foul, back and fair. So you go down in foul territory, and then you get back into fair territory, because that's where the catcher tends to.
3-2 pitch swung on, hit to right field, but right at the right fielder, Joey Riku, who is playing in on the play. And that'll do it for the AppleSox. They do get 1 run on 3 hits to lead 2. We'll head to the third. Wenatchee leads at 1-0 here. West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
My name is Anna Marie. I've lived at Prestige here for 6.5 years, and I love it. They just made you feel so welcome. I love my room. I get 3 meals a day, do as I darn well want to. I've loved it ever since I moved in.
Mom's a wonderful, wonderful lady. She deserved the very best, and I got it for her here at Prestige.
Sounds like we have a flyover going above us. Do you hear rotors? Do you hear a helicopter? Or is it just me?
I hear it in here,
okay,
yeah.
It's our field microphone, maybe.
Yeah.
It's picking up. So, you know, the microphone on the field is so good, we're hearing somebody's pacemaker right now.
That's
and they're a little bit excited after a 1-0 lead here as we head to the third inning of play. Jacob Schlesselman is up first. He'll be followed by Anthony Setakasi and then Jacob French. So number 8, 9, and 1 hitters. They put the 8th and 9th batters in a position where the difficult names are together. Thank you very much.
And another school we've never heard of.
I heard a helicopter.
Oh, you did.
First pitch is a check swing, and according to the base umpire, he did not go. 1-0 the count to Schlesselman, center fielder from Gavilan College. This pitch swung on and hit to right field, but right at our right fielder out there, Aiden Dougherty. It will range in and to his right a little bit to make the catch. 1 out. We have a helicopter making a very high flyover, so if he's headed to Pangbourne Airport, he's going to have to come down quite a bit between now and the next few hundred yards.
Yes, he definitely is.
Yeah. We've had a lot of helicopter traffic lately, unfortunately because of fires. This pitch misses high for a ball to Anthony Setakasi. Batting .213, a sophomore from University of Fraser Valley. Pitch here is in there for a strike. The count evens to Setakasi at 1-1. You said you know about the Fraser?
Yeah, we played against them when I was playing at Yakima Valley.
Oh, okay.
Come up here and
pitch here swung on and missed. 1-2 the count, and Quincy Vasser 1 strike away from the record books here with the Wenatchee AppleSox in his stellar Sox career. 1-2 the count. Pitch on the way to the plate is strike 3 called. Gone looking is Setakasi, and give Quincy Vasser the record. 111 strikeouts to now hold the record in Wenatchee AppleSox history, as the baseball will come out and he will put it on a shelf somewhere.
He was excited about that, rightfully so, wasn't he?
Good recognition from the crowd here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, and Quincy doffs his cap in recognition. 2 outs brings up Jacob French. Well, you may as well just strike this guy out too.
That's right.
Add to the record.
Yep.
First pitch misses high and away for a ball. French grounded back to Quincy on the second pitch to him back in the first inning. And the pitch here is a little bit high for a ball. 2-1 the count. Well, Quincy is bringing it tonight. Did you see his quick 1-2-3 inning in the All-Star game?
I did not.
It was impressive. He got 1 strikeout, just went through the order like nothing. This pitch popped up in foul territory. It's going to be too long of a run for both Fitz and for Vasser. The count goes to 2-1.
He's got his adrenaline running right now, doesn't he?
He does.
I love it.
He does. You could tell that that meant a lot to Quincy Vasser. Of course, Quincy out of Brewster, he's probably well aware of his predecessor with the record in Mr. Boyd out of Moses Lake.
Yes.
Pitch here swung on a line drive, but right at the second baseman, ranging to his left is Brady Bean fighting the sunshine, and he'll make the outs 1-2-3 story for Kamloops here in the third. To the bottom of the third we go. Wenatchee on top 1-0. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
AmeriCorps allows me to make a huge impact on my community and kickstart my career.
AmeriCorps gave me the opportunity to use my skills for the greater good.
Serving in AmeriCorps gave me the opportunity to help in my community. Take a few minutes to see how you can help your community.
AmeriCorps does vital work in our region. You can make a difference. Join today and make the impact.
My name's Nick Dirk, and I've been a cinematographer-photographer for over 10 years. I got my start at the Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center. Without the Tech Center, I wouldn't have got my first job in media production 3 months after I graduated high school.
My name is Charlie Voris, and I own Vortex Productions. My work has taken me on exciting adventures all around the world, and I got my start at Wenatchee Valley Tech.
Hey, my name is Oli Mingo, and I'm the Executive Director at Heirloom Creatives in Wenatchee. I am so thankful for Wenatchee Valley Tech to be able to have my dream career.
Well, here we go to the bottom of the third. Wenatchee on top 1-0 on a record-setting night here at the ballpark. Quincy Vasser, congratulations, now owns the strikeout record in Wenatchee AppleSox history. And, you know, Brandon Schmitten, it's going to be pretty tough to beat that because you got to put in several seasons with a team like he has to even have a chance.
That's true. And, you know, you don't get that many starts throughout the summer because they have so many quality pitchers that are going through and pitching. So the amount of time that he has gotten, he's taken advantage of.
Max Hartman leads it off here in the third for Wenatchee. He'll take the first pitch across the knees for a strike. 0-1 the count. He'll be followed by Aiden Dougherty and Evan Cloyd here in the third for Wenatchee.
Do you have his innings pitched?
For Quincy?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I will have to check his innings
Oh,
pitched.
you mean for his career?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I have a career or
there
not.
is one.
Let's see. Quincy Vasser. He'll be down here towards this pitch swung on a miss. Count 0-2. There he is. So he's got 31 1/3 this year. So let's see if we can go back in time.
Oh, it looks like
31 1/3 this year.
Yeah.
And this is a game log for this year. So we'll go back in history here. This
Ooh,
pitch
that
swung
ball's
on
hit
and a
well.
well-hit ball to right center. Going to drop down in front of Schlesselman out there. So a leadoff single for Max Hartman. And boy, I'll tell you, I think I could be in the parking lot and listen to batting practice, and I would know when Max Hartman is at the plate.
Yeah.
He just has that sound.
He squares
this could
ball
be, I'm going to say it right now, this could be a guy we can see on Major League Baseball teams sometime.
Yeah, because he runs a little bit. He's like, again, we talked about last week, excuse me, last game, his max effort. And, you know, you're going to go out there and give max effort. You're going to catch the eye of a lot of coaches and teams.
Right, exactly. Let's see, we'll go to, oops, that's not what I want. I want this. Summer of 2023. Hockey. I don't want a hockey.
We're trying to look up Quincy Vasser's numbers.
We'll get it. Runner from first takes a lead. That's Max Hartman out there, and the pitch is high and inside to Dougherty. Aiden walked in his first at bat. He's got the count in his favor, 2-0, with a guy with a lot of speed over there at first base.
Yeah, both Max and Aiden.
Runner goes. Pitch is a little bit low, and the catcher doesn't even bother to throw because Max got a great jump and a stolen base. Congratulations to Max Hartman. That is now his 11th stolen base of the summer. He's 11 for 13.
Yeah, between those two, they've got 28 stolen bases on.
Yeah. Not bad.
28 of 32, is that correct?
3-0 pitch is inside and high, so second walk of the night for Dougherty. Puts runners at first and second for Wenatchee with nobody out for first baseman Evan Cloyd. All right, I think I got to the right place here. Oh, one more of these. Nope, wrong way. There we go. So, I don't want team.
Third visit.
No. Okay, we're gonna go here. There we go. I feel like the IT guy that comes to your desk when nothing's working.
And you click, 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 click,
yeah,
click.
and of course you got to talk yourself through it.
Right.
So 2 on for the AppleSox as Cloyd steps up. First pitch to him misses high for a ball. 1-0 the count. You know, there has been a commentary that I should bring up here, and I think it's deserved to be talked about, is the fact that teams that come in here are not impressed, we'll just put it that way, with the surface and the field here at Paul Thomas. It is a tough field to play, one that is very difficult to get used to, and it definitely has a home team advantage, let's say that.
Yes, it does.
If you're used to playing it, this pitch taken all the way for a strike to Evan Cloyd. The count goes to 2-1.
Before you were mentioning that, I was watching his landing here. He's not real happy with his landing. It seems to be pretty soft.
Pitch here swung on at Bell, hit in the gap to right center. Going to go all the way to the fence. Rounding third and heading for home is Hartman. And Dougherty behind him, going to be pedaling towards the plate. Meanwhile, trying to scoot into third, and he is
safe at third with a head first slide. A 2-run triple for Evan Cloyd. The AppleSox lead it 3-0.
That's nice to have guys that can run in front of you, isn't it?
Hardman scored easily. I didn't know if they were going to try to come home to get Dougherty because he kind of had
tripped
a
around second base there.
Yeah, he tripped around second base, and instead they try to go to third to get Cloyd out there. But he is in safe. AppleSox extend the lead.
He had a good slide on that too. He slid to the outside of the bag, and the umpire looked like he was waiting to call safer out, and I saw the ball on the ground, so I don't know if he got the tag down and then dropped it.
Maybe
or,
so.
Yeah.
Maybe so. Didn't hang on to the ball all the way through the plate. Pitch here misses outside for a ball. 2-0 the count as we start to see a little bit of motion down in the bullpen. I don't see anybody throwing for the NorthPaws as of yet. 2-0 the count to Castagnola. Pitch on the way. Swung on a fly ball deep to left field. Left fielder going back, looking up. It's gone. Home run. James Castagnola with a 2-run shot for the Wenatchee AppleSox. They now lead it 5-0. And for Castagnola, his first home run of the summer.
That's the first ball I've ever seen go out of this ballpark to left field.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Always to the right side, but never left field.
It is difficult to hit him out that way, that's for sure. I've seen a few in my years of doing broadcast here. AppleSox have 4 on the board here in the third. Pitch swung on and a fly ball. It's going to drop in for a base hit over the head of the shortstop, Sedicassi. And holding it first is Cannon Peary, and it's just a hit parade for the AppleSox.
Yeah, that's a way to get the best pitcher that of their team out of the game is just base hit after base hit.
Absolutely. It started off with Hartman with a base hit, Dougherty with a walk, Cloyd with a 2-run triple, and then a 2-run home run by Castagnola. Now a single by Cannon Peary. That brings up Jonathan Fitz. And the first pitch to him is a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 to Jonathan, who is 1 for 1 with a base hit and an RBI. Wenatchee scored their first run in the second, 4 more here in the third.
And we're already 16 batters in the third inning without any outs.
Yep.
Like we had talked about, getting some pitches and seeing pitches to get him out of the game, get to the bullpen, and done a good job so far.
Fitz with a hefty cut on that fastball. Fouls it back to the screen. 0-2 the count to Jonathan. Or 1-2, excuse me. Peary with a good lead at first base. This pitch he'll take high. Good take by Fitz, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good crowd on hand for this Tuesday night ball game here at the ballpark. 2-2 count. Pitch swung on a miss. He was reaching for one outside the strike zone there. And finally an out recorded here in the third will be the second strikeout for the ball game by Sawyer Jensen. That'll bring up Cam Hoyland.
Much cooler tonight than Friday.
I was going to say we were saved actually by the smoke from the nearby fires over the weekend.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be 104 on Saturday and 109 on Sunday. We were in the 100-degree range. Runner from first goes. The pitch is inside. High throw down to second base. Sails into center field, and in with a stolen base is Cannon Peary.
And then it's supposed to drop down to 77 on Thursday.
Yeah. And then coming back up into the upper 80s, low 90s by the weekend.
Yeah.
So I'll take it.
Yes.
Yeah, we could use a little break, that's for sure. Hoyland with the count 0-1. Pitch on the way to him is swung on, popped up foul, and this one will not get out of play, but it also will not be playable by anybody out there. 0-2 now the count to Cam. Left fielder out of Cal Poly, coming in and batting .419 on the summer. Limited at-bats, but has made do while the sun shines.
Yeah.
So for 1 tonight with a ground out to the first baseman.
Now he's a pitcher as well.
Mm-hmm. Cannon Peary out at second base with 1 out to the inning. 4 runs in for the AppleSox at a 5-0 lead. Pitch here swung on a fly ball to shallow left. Shortstop goes out, but left fielder Decker will make the catch for the outs. So that is out number 2. And that'll bring up shortstop Kanoa Morisaki. Morisaki 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the second. Be great for Morisaki to find his footing here. Came in batting .238 on the summer, has just 3 RBIs. It'd be great for him to get a 2-out RBI right here.
That would be nice.
Pitch on the way to him from Jensen is low for a ball. Pitch swung on and well hit deep to right field. Backing up, and it is gone off the fence. But he will get his 4th RBI of the summer on a double for Kanoa Morisaki, his first double of the summer.
He hit that, and I could have sworn that was gone. That little bit of breeze that we see off that flag over there push that back in.
Cost him his first home run of the summer. But he does get an RBI. Sox are on top 6-0. And back to the top of the order, the AppleSox will bring Brady Bean to the plate, their 9th man of the inning. Bean wagging that black-stained bat high above his head, waiting for Sawyer Jensen to come set. Checks the runner at second. Pitch on the way is a curveball outside for ball 1.
You know, we talked about the Mariners pitchers and how much stress they have on themselves every game because we don't score enough runs.
Right.
And now here we're going to have a little bit more relaxing outing for Quincy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he gets his record under his belt, and then he gets to go out there and just pitch.
Yeah, just have fun.
Yeah.
Just play baseball. 2-0 the count here to Bean. This pitch is taken for a strike, and a count even at 2 balls and 1 strike to Brady. Again, just joined the club last Friday out of the University of Portland. 5'10", 175-pounder. He's a junior at the University of Portland. And the pitch on the way, swung on and hit hard but foul. Look out, it rattles off of some bodies down there in the AppleSox dugout.
It's a scary spot over there.
Count goes to 2-2. As long as they're on the artificial surface in front of the dugout, that is out of play.
Right.
So that's why they're allowed to stay there, because the infield can't make a play there. This pitch swung on, and that will be the final out, but the AppleSox get 5 runs, including a big 2-run home run by Castagnola. We'll head to the 4th inning of play with the AppleSox leading it by a score of 6-0. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
Welcome back once again to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. AppleSox with a comfortable lead right now by a score of 6-0. After a 5 spot in the 3rd, we'll head to the 4th, and it'll be number 2, 3, 4 due up here for Kamloops. Matthew McDonald, Michael Weber, and TJ Wachter. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Chelan Douglas Community Action Council and AmeriCorps. Build your professional experience and network. Share your skills and passion to improve North Central Washington. Join a team of 30-plus volunteers who get paid to make a difference. Learn more and apply at cdcac.org/AmeriCorps. Along with Brandon Schmitten, Eric Granstrom on the NCWLIFE Channel. As Quincy Vasser has the strikeout record, now with a big 6-0 lead, he can just kind of go out and have some fun out there on the mound. First pitch here, swung on a chop foul to Matthew McDonald, 0-1 the count.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see a new pitcher for Kamloops this next inning.
That was a lot of pitches.
Yeah.
Thrown. This pitch, he's a little outside for a ball. 1-1 the count to Matthew McDonald, who walked in the first inning. And the pitch by Vasser swung on and again chopped foul, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. And Quincy, boy, he's a quick worker out there.
He is.
That's 2 starting pitchers in a row, going back to last Friday. And the starter Martinez for the AppleSox, and now Quincy Vasser. They don't waste any time at all.
No.
Pitch inside, almost hit the batter, and boy, I thought that may have brushed his jersey, but no. 2-2 the count to McDonald. They aren't a pitch count in college. They aren't a pitch count here as far as I want to say not a pitch count. It's a timer, right?
Right, yes. Oh, nice change up right there.
And missed. 1 out, and another strikeout for Vasser. That gives him 4 in the ball game, and he just continues to pad his record.
He does. That's going to be a hard one to beat.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, we're trying to look up the numbers for Quincy Vasser and see if I had that intern right now. That would be a little easier to do, but I don't. And so let's see if this still, what happens here is I go to summer of 2023, and then I punch the AppleSox, and then it tries to give me back to 2024. So let's go to stats. And then pitching, we'll see if it, yeah, okay, we're still in 2023. So it might take us a little while here.
Yeah.
But
add up some numbers.
Vasser.
44 innings.
There we go.
44
and a third. Swing and a miss, or a foul tip into the glove here. And the count goes to 2-1 on Michael Weber, who flew out to the second baseman in his first at bat. This pitch is a swing and a miss, and boy,
that
nice job
changeup is filthy this inning. Holy cow!
2-2 count to Weber, and I think Quincy purposefully was just hanging on to that pitch.
Yeah. There it was again.
Just missed outside for ball 3. 3-2 the count.
You know, that is some things that good pitchers will do is they won't show their second and third pitch until later on in the game. Maybe go through the lineup once and then start showing more of those off-speed pitches.
Second walk of the game given up by Quincy Vasser here, puts a runner on with 1 down in the top of the 4th. That brings up TJ Wachter, who was one of the strikeout victims back in the first inning. So 1 aboard, 1 out for Quincy. Always works from the stretch. The lefty's delivery swung on and a fly ball to center field. Hartman backs up a little bit and now will come in for the catch. And I'll tell you, that shows the experience of that center fielder out there too. Always putting himself in a position to throw back quickly.
You are correct. Get 1 step behind it and come through it.
So 2 outs here in the 4th. Brings up the right fielder Joey Rico, who singled to left center back in the 2nd. Okay, so now we'll go to the summer of 2022. Did we have a summer of 2022? I guess we did. I'm thinking of 2021 when we didn't have a summer of baseball here in Wenatchee or the West Coast League because of COVID.
Was it 2021 and 2020?
Or was it 2020? I'm thinking of. This pitch swung on and drilled down the right field line and is a base hit, and holding up at second on the play will be Weber because Aiden Dougherty was well placed out there in right field.
Yes, he was, and you never want to make your third out at third base there either. He was behind it coming through it, so why chance it, right?
So Weber is aboard. Down at second base, Rico at first base, and that brings up Matthew Olivares.
Had the hard line drive to the first baseman last at bat.
So watch out right side of the infield. The first pitch is a fastball missing away for ball 1, a 1-0 the count. All right, so back to 2022. Looking for Mr. Vasser again. There we go, 38 innings then. This pitch well struck, and over to his right is Max Hartman, and he'll make the squeeze for the final out of the inning. So no harm, no foul here for Kamloops in the 4th. They leave a couple aboard. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Wenatchee enjoying a 6-0 lead. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
How do you think like an entrepreneur?
I have had it in mind starting my own business. This is all really good to know right now. I am currently making a vision board. I am talking about my well-being, my personal finances, and habits that I would like to work on and to improve myself to be a better entrepreneur.
Welcome back once again here to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. We got a new pitcher in the ball game as Wade Treloggen will take over here for the NorthPaws. 6'1", 170-pound freshman out of the University of California Lutheran from Renton, Washington, with a 27 earned run average. So you're down 6-0. This is the time you put the kid in that needs some work, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, he's probably had one inning and given up 3 runs.
Yeah, one of those deals.
Yeah.
Well, tough outing for Sawyer Jensen, probably one of his shortest outings of the summer. He goes 3, allows 6 runs on 8 hits. All 6 were earned. Had 1 strikeout and make that two strikeouts in his 3 innings of work, and I just got him down for 1 walk in those 3 innings as well. So close the books on Jensen as Treloggen takes over, and he will face the top of the order for the AppleSox. Actually, second man of the order, Max Hartman. We'll see the first pitches here from Treloggen, as you mentioned, over the top. So
yes, so it takes
good
away
chance
that,
to see it.
Yeah, it takes away that lefty advantage too, because if he's going straight up over the top, it's equivalent to a right-handed pitcher.
So Hartman steps up. He walked. This pitch bunted up the first baseline. Absolutely beautiful bunt. Nobody's going to get Max Hartman on the infield bunt single.
That was beautiful. I love seeing that.
That is, kids, that's what you call a gorgeous drag bunt right there. Just lovely, lovely.
You know, we talked about Goose Gossage falling off the mound, and he would fall off to the opposite side, so that wouldn't work there. But if our pitcher here is falling off to the third base line, that leaves everything open.
That's a great read by Max Hartman if that's the case. Pitch here
you see
is
how he
low, and he does
left.
Finish to the third base side.
Yeah. I learned how to do that a lot in college, and bunting became like, it's a fine art, but if you can learn how to do it, it's an easy base hit.
Pitch bounces in. Meanwhile, running down to second will be Max Hartman on the wild pitch. 2-0 the count to Aiden Dougherty at the plate, who is walked a couple of times here tonight, also scored a run.
Especially as a left-handed hitter, you have an advantage. You get out of the box a little bit quicker and just pull it with you, and you make the first baseman, second baseman, and pitcher decide who's going to field it, and nobody gets to the bag.
Dougherty with a runner out there at second base after the wild pitch. Hartman, a lot of speed out there. He'll run from second to third. The pitch is inside, strike called, and no throw down to third base because Hartman is just wheeling and dealing out there for the AppleSox.
Yeah, for sure. And that catcher keeps on having problems getting it out of his glove too. Sticky in there today.
Pitch was inside, but a called strike by the home plate umpire. The 3-2-1 pitch cued off the end of the bat foul, and the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Zach Burr, our home plate umpire tonight. Travis Hulsey is out on the base paths. These gentlemen will have the next 2 games here as well in their assignment for the AppleSox and NorthPaws here in West Coast League Baseball. 2-2 pitch, low and inside. You can hear the dirt underneath the shin guards of the catcher as he slides out there, and that's how you teach him.
Do these guys travel along as well?
No.
The umpires?
They travel all over the place. Yes. This pitch swung on and hit through the left side for a RBI single for Aiden Dougherty. Give him RBI number 29 on the summer. The AppleSox extend the lead to 7-0.
Yeah, I know they wouldn't travel with a particular team. It's kind of like the major leagues where they travel all over.
Yes.
Yeah. That'd be a fun gig for the summer.
You would think.
Yeah. But then you have to listen to the fans that are always upset with you.
Got to listen to the coaches.
Yes. Never mind, it doesn't sound that fun.
Evan Cloyd with a 2-run triple in his last at bat. Watches the first pitch miss for a ball. 1-0 the count to Cloyd, who is 1 for 2 tonight. And that's you always feel good as a coach, first of all, but also as an offense to have your third at bat of the game come in the 4th inning. That's pitch cued off the end of the bat. Tough play for the second baseman. He'll field and throw, and it's in time for the out. Good job by Olivares out there as he comes up on the ball. 4-3 on the putouts. Down to second goes Dougherty. 1 out for the AppleSox.
Yes, speaking of at-bats, that's a great thing to be up for the 3rd time in the 4th inning.
So with 1 out and a runner in scoring position again for the AppleSox, brings up James Castagnola. Good night tonight for Castagnola. He's 2 for 2 with a couple of runs and a big 2-run home run. Pitch here swung on and hit on a line right to the shortstop, trying to double up the runner. The throw goes to right field, but not knowing that was Dougherty as he put his head down to get back to the bag safely. And a good job backing up by Joey Rico out there in right field. That's why you always back up, kids.
That's right. You always got to be on the move. Back up potential throws.
Cannon Peary will step up now. 2 for 2 night for Cannon. Couple of base hits
twice.
Yeah. Run scored back in that 5-run third. AppleSox lead at 7-0. Pitch here misses a little bit high for a ball. 1-0 the count to Cannon Peary.
Going back to the umpires, it's hard to find good umpires nowadays. And I say good umpires, I should say any umpires that are willing to go out there.
Yeah, right. Because of what we talked about. Because of the fans on you, because of, in younger ranks, it's parents on you.
Yes.
Overburdening coaches on you. I mean, it's just not a lot of fun. Pitcher swung on and fouled away, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Cannon Peary. And that is a serious problem nationwide, especially with the youth sports, with high school sports. There are many changes that have to be made to schedules because of a lack of officials.
Yes, that is very true, especially
runner from second goes to third. The throw is high, gets out into left field, and that's going to score another run for the AppleSox. So give a stolen base for Aiden Dougherty, and he'll come home on the air.
What? That's weird. Aiden Dougherty had a stolen base?
So E2 on the throw down to third base. Yeah, Aiden Dougherty is getting a little used to that, huh?
Yes, he is.
And that makes him 18 for 20 now on the season.
That's impressive. 90% stolen base average.
Count runs full to Peary, 3-2. Pitch here swung on and hit in the air. And this has a chance to drop in. No, good job by the center fielder Schleselman to come up and make the catch for the out. And that'll do it for Wenatchee here in the 4th inning. But they get a couple of more runs. They lead it 8-0. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen's a good option for me. The risk of addiction, it's not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions, and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
Hi, my name is Courtney, and AmeriCorps has given me the opportunity to change careers, learn new skills, and serve my community in a meaningful way. I am so glad that I chose AmeriCorps.
My service with AmeriCorps has allowed me to make a difference in the lives of people that I wouldn't have otherwise made.
My service in AmeriCorps allowed me make huge impact to community having fun.
AmeriCorps gave me the opportunity to serve and use my skills for the greater good. I highly recommend serving with AmeriCorps. You will change your life.
Dylan Decker, Jacob Schleselman, and Anthony Sedekassi do appear in the 5th inning for the NorthPaws as they trail it here by a score of 8-0. AppleSox in charge here. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Club Crow Bar and Grill, home of the Blues, Brews, and Barbecue. Poker every Monday and Wednesday nights. Check out their website, clubcrowcashmere.com, for upcoming events.
We were talking about umpires. That was one of the things I always tried to do as a high school coach is and I learned this from Dan White, is get the high school kids to go down and umpire the Little League games so they understand
how hard that is.
Yeah, and how important that is too. And
pitch here is a strike on the inside corner for Quincy Vasser to Dylan Decker, 0-1 to count.
That was a tradition he started, I think, his first year coaching. So we had that for 40-something years at Eastmont. We'd always have the high school kids umpiring the Little League games.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
I remember.
I think I mentioned that with working with Sandy Cooperrider when he was the athletic director here at the college. We had developed a program that would teach officiating to college students and then get them into the varsity ranks in high school sports.
Yeah.
It just didn't get the support of the president at the time, so it died right there on the vine. I just talked to Sandy Cooperrider here about a week ago. We were reminiscing about that.
That's awesome.
0-2 pitch swung on and lifted in the air through the gap into right field for a base hit, so a leadoff single for Decker.
Well, and you look at all those major league umpires, they don't start in professional baseball. They start at the Little League level and move themselves up. For example, Ryan Blakeney.
Yep, I was just going to say, Ryan's a great example of that, who started right here in the Wenatchee Valley doing Little League baseball.
Yep, and then moved up.
Got up to doing high school baseball and then college baseball. Next thing you know, he is a major league umpire.
Yeah, what a profession.
Pitch on the way here, swung on, popped up a mile high. This is around home plate. Fits off with a mask, and the ball is foul. As that's the hardest probably play, one of the hardest plays in baseball to make is to be a catcher and to try to field that ball in foul territory around the plate, because the problem with that is that there's a lot of spin on that baseball. It will curve up to 10 feet in the air depending on how high it goes.
Yeah, going back, it always goes back to the infield too. So if you ever watch a good catcher, they'll always have their back turned to the infield.
Because that's, the ball spinning back towards that direction. And actually, Jonathan is lucky that ball didn't bounce in fair territory, because it would have been a fair ball. And check swing here. They appeal. The umpire says nope, didn't go. So the count even to Schlesselman and a ball on a strike with one on, nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning. AppleSox on top 8-0. Already 10 hits in the ball game for Wenatchee. Pitch on the way to the plate by Vasser. Swung on a fly ball to left field. Over to his left is Cam Hoyland. He'll make the catch for the out. One out in the inning brings up Anthony Sedekasi, who struck out looking back in the 3rd. That strikeout gave Quincy Vasser the record for the Wenatchee AppleSox with 111 strikeouts to his career. He added another, so he's got 112 now. Just keeps adding to it as the season progresses. Pitch here is swung on a miss. The count 0-1 to Sedekasi.
Yeah, records are falling this summer, aren't they?
Yes.
Team records.
Yeah, and unfortunately the Seattle Mariners looking at a strikeout record in Major League Baseball. This pitch swung on a hit back to the pitcher. Vasser will field and throw to second for one out. Relay to first in time. A 1-6-3, and Quincy Vasser strutting off the mound with that cabbage flowing behind his head as we head to the bottom of the 5th. AppleSox on top 8-0. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Check out ClubProCashmere.com for upcoming events and tickets.
Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We're not affiliated with any of the network channels. We're a locally owned, locally managed television station who prides itself on being a reflection and a spotlight on the communities we call home here in North Central Washington. We need to thank our gold supporter, Town Auto Group. Your community, your family, your Town Auto Group. Thanks for watching the NCWLIFE Channel. Welcome back once again here to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. AppleSox are certainly in control here for the time being as they lead it 8-0. Trying to find out if my reference was correct for modern day parlance. I swear I heard somewhere that the long hair now is called cabbage out the back of the cat. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe I just started something.
You could have. You're a trendsetter.
Mark it down. It is the 23rd of July, 2024. Eric Granstrom comes up with cabbage. No,
7:55.
I think I heard that somewhere. Jonathan Fitz will lead it off here as he'll swing and miss at the first pitch to him in the bottom of the 5th inning. AppleSox on top, 8-0. Pitch on the way is a little bit high for a ball. 1-1 the count as Wade Trelogin continues to throw here for the NorthPaws. This pitch misses low and away for a ball. 2-1 the count. We'll get you up to date on some of the other scores happening around the West Coast League today. I was also adding up Quincy Vasser's pitch total. I forgot about that for a minute. So we'll go back to 2021.
Last Friday night, Martinez was only able to go 4 innings, so he didn't get the win, even though we ended up getting the win that night. But Quincy tonight will get the win, so that's a nice thing to get the strikeout.
Well, and now don't
is set up to get the win.
Okay,
yeah,
all right,
yeah.
thank you. 3-2 the count here to Jonathan Fitz as we're back to what would be the first season if Quincy Vasser did in fact. This pitch is ball 4, so a leadoff walk given up here. AppleSox have had the leadoff man aboard 1, 2, 3, 4 times, 4 innings in a row now.
Yeah.
And that'll bring up Cam Hoyland as I don't think Quincy pitched for the AppleSox back in 2021, but I'm checking just to make sure. Vasser, no.
So it's just a three-year total.
3 years, yeah.
3 years, 113
strikeouts. 4, 12, 13. Here we go with that Cedar Woolley math again. 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 10. 11, 113 and 2/3 innings, not counting tonight.
Okay, so a strikeout an inning, approximately.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
Hoyland, by the way, flew out. So 1 out for the AppleSox brings up the number 9 hitter, Kanoa Morisaki. Came that close to a home run in his last at bat.
And that was left-handed. Switch hitter here.
He'll come up right-handed this time around. I don't know. I don't think they keep a split for these guys in summer collegiate baseball. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Second pitch is in there for a strike. Evens the count to Morisaki at 2-2. He was what, probably 3 feet, 4 feet short of a home run his last at bat to hit the wall.
Yeah, if that.
1-1 to count to him here with a runner at first base. Sox well in command. 8-0 our score. If you're just joining us, Wenatchee scored a run in the second, added 5 more in the third, and a 2 spot in the fourth to lead it by a score of 8-0. 1-2 to count to Morisaki. Left-hander's delivery to him is in the dirt outside for a ball. 2-2 to count from Wade Trelogin in his second inning of relief here. Sawyer Jensen on the hook for this one. Went to 3 innings, gave up 6 runs on 8 hits, 2 strikeouts, and a walk.
That's not going to help his ERA there. Coming in with the 1.12.
Yeah, 1.22 ERA coming into tonight with a record of 1-1 on the season. This pitch misses just high for ball 3. Well, the AppleSox have been patient all night long.
They have.
Against their starter tonight and now against the backup man in Trelogin. Lefty set, pitch to the plate, swung on, fisted in the air. That's going to drop in for a base hit for Morisaki. He's got 2 hits tonight. Now he's a triple and home run away from the cycle. How about
there you go. The easy triple.
Yeah, exactly.
Overrated, dude.
Who was it last night that was, were they a single away from the cycle and ended up getting hit?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh. We've got, I guess, do we have a pinch runner? We have a pinch hitter. Maybe that's it.
No.
No, Brady Bean is up. I'm not sure what they're making notations on. Do we have a defensive change that maybe we didn't see? Usually they wouldn't write that down. They'd write down
should have been reported.
The fact that there's a batting change or a batting lineup change. Pitch on the way to the plate is missing outside for a ball. Maybe there was a warning to the dugout, maybe?
Could have been.
And so there was
been pretty silent over there, though.
Notation taken. Pitch on the way to the plate is, oh my, just inside for a ball. 2-0 the count to Brady Bean for the AppleSox. 2 aboard, 1 out. Sox again threatening here in the 5th. They have threatened in every inning and have scored in 3 of the 5 so far. This pitch is a strike. Count goes to 2-1 to Mr. Bean. Brady looking for his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 3 in the leadoff spot. He'll watch that pitch miss inside for a ball. And again, working the counts here for the AppleSox.
Yeah.
3-1 count to Bean with Max Hartman on deck. Wouldn't hurt my feelings if he had the bases loaded, and they do. Walk given up by Trilogan is his first in relief here for Kamloops, and that will load the bases as Fitz goes to third. Murasaki to second.
17 for 13. Okay, so 17's in for Max.
So that would be Matthew Henning batting for Hartman. Henning has had a short stint for the AppleSox. First pitch, he fouls back, 0-1 the count. Henning on the season coming in for Wenatchee. Out of the University of Washington. Well, he's batting .600 in his limited chance to play so far.
I think that'd be 3 for 5, right?
Yep.
Or
0-1 to count to, or 1-1 to count to him. No, it's 0-1. Pitch on the way, swung on and fouled up the first baseline. So now it's 0-2.
He's excited, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't get a chance much to bat, so by God, I'm going to get my swings in.
Yep.
And the bases are loaded.
Right.
And you're in front of the home crowd.
Yes.
And a long hit here would certainly ignite things. The 0-2 pitch swung on and hit the opposite way. That's going to be trouble, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. 1 run's going to score for Wenatchee as the right fielder or second baseman comes up with a baseball. Try to see who came up with it here. It is the right fielder who finally comes up with it. So it'll be held to a single, but give an RBI to Henning.
That's the old Bermuda Triangle right there.
And believe it or not, that's his 3rd RBI already in his short time in a Wenatchee uniform. As Fitz comes home to score, 9-0 the score now. And there is no 10-run rule in the West Coast League Baseball, by the way. Pitch on the way to the plate is a little bit high and inside for ball 1 to Aiden Dougherty. Coach Mitch Darlington trying to get extra bodies chances to play here for the AppleSox. Pitch on the way to the plate is swung on a fly ball to deep right center. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Going to clear the bases.
Triple here.
1 run scores, 2 runs score, 3 runs score, a stand-up 3-run triple for Aiden Dougherty. The AppleSox have blown the doors open.
Yeah, that's a great job of hitting the ball the other way right there. Kept his hands inside of it and just drove it. And with his wheels, there was no question whatsoever that that was going to be a triple.
Murasaki scores, Bean scores, Henning scores, everybody scores. Dougherty winds up at 3rd on the play. Evan Cloyd now steps in.
Well, this is exactly what we needed, wasn't it?
Yeah, 12-0 now, AppleSox on top. If I did my Cedar Woolley math correctly.
I think that's
7,
right.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
13 hits.
Wait, hold on. 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12-0. Okay, just wanted to make sure I had it right there because they don't show us all the time on the scoreboard. Now, I know you watching at home, you've got the score on the bottom of your screen all the time. And I guess I could flip over to our view now that we have here at home plate of our broadcast. This pitch swung on, popped up a mile high to the left side of the infield. Shortstop over behind the bag at 3rd. Out there on the grass is Sedicassi, and he'll make the catch for the out. Holding at 3rd is Aiden Dougherty with a play right behind him. So 2 out for the AppleSox brings up James Castagnola. So the AppleSox have what, 2 triples tonight. They've got a home run tonight.
Do we have a double?
Yeah, I think we do have a double.
Looking,
yep, a double by Kona Morisaki.
Hit in the air to right side, and this is going to be caught by the right fielder. Whoa, to run by Joey Rico out there, as he will make the catch in shallow right field down the line. That'll do it for Wenatchee, but they do add on 4 more runs. 12-0 our score. Sox on top. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
In Digital Media Arts program, we learn about video production gear and editing by the combination of class projects and nonprofit work and employment.
It makes things happen.
Yeah.
It's pretty magical.
We work in the industry at the Wenatchee Round, NCWLIFE Channel, and the Town Toyota Center events. Every day we work with industry standard equipment for a hands-on learning experience.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air. Welcome back once again here to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, as Quincy Vasser has 63 pitches so far through 5 innings, and he will come out and pitch again here in the 6th. Face the top of the order, Jacob French, Matthew McDonald, and Michael Weber. As he looks on the scoreboard, got to feel awfully good about a 12-0 lead.
Yes. Speaking of pitching relaxed.
Yeah, this would be if you got a knuckleball in your treasure chest.
Arsenal.
that'd be a fun time to break it out.
Yeah.
Nothing to lose. Jacob French is 0 for the night so far. Grounded back to Quincy in the 1st and lined out the 2nd in the 3rd. So has yet to have a ball leave the infield here for Kamloops. Pitch on the way by Vasser is right across, but a little bit high.
Still throwing it pretty stiff.
1-0 the count. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's lost any velocity, that's for sure. This pitch swung on a fly ball to left field. Shallow, tough play. Who's going to get it? And nobody got it?
No, nobody got it. That's where we got to have a little bit of communication.
Yeah, Morisaki going out, Hoyland coming in. It would have been Hoyland's ball, I think.
Yeah. But and on that one, you just, as an outfielder, you got to decide that's not going to go anywhere if you lay out for it. So you just say, hey, me, and give it a shot.
Right. You don't want a collision out there, that's for sure.
So communication is definitely the key thing.
Pitch on the way here is missing outside to McDonald. 1-0 the count. So a runner aboard, leadoff man aboard for the 2nd frame in a row here for Kamloops. 1-0 the count to McDonald, and the pitch by Vasser misses away for a ball. 2-0 the count. I do see a right-hander warming up. No, left-hander warming up down the bullpen for the AppleSox. 2-0 the count to McDonald. You want Quincy for the rest of the run here. This pitch swung on a hit hard but foul, and that'll go into the parking lot beyond our concession stand here at the ballpark. Count goes to 2-1. Yeah, don't want to stretch him too much.
No.
He's already in a position to get the win tonight if the Sox hang on to a 12-0 lead, which, all things being equal, probably going to be the case. Swing and a miss here to McDonald. 2-2 the count. Now the AppleSox fans, by the way, are hoping for one more strikeout, right? We've got 4 Sox hanging on the clothesline here behind home plate from the press box. 5 means everybody gets some swag. Pitch on the way by Vasser. Swing and a miss, and there it is. First out of the 6th is the 5th strikeout by Quincy Vasser on a record-setting night here at the ballpark. And they're just tossing stuff out of the press box or tossing stuff around to the kids section here at Paul Thomas. And they always forget about the announcers.
I know.
Don't they?
Jeez.
Michael Weber steps up with 1 on and 1 down for NorthPaws. And the pitch is check swing. He went around. Or no. Well, they do appeal, and they say, no, he did not.
That's a tough call by that umpire where he's in position right there.
Yeah, 2-man crew, defensive position for the base umpires out there, kind of in a position where it's hard to see a check swing. This pitch is a called strike, and the count to Weber goes to a ball and a strike. Weber 0 for 1 with a fly out to the second baseman, also walked in his last at bat in the fourth. Pitch by Vasser, swing and a miss. Yeah, he's still bringing it.
He is.
You still hear that ball sounding awfully heavy in Jonathan Fitt's glove.
Yeah, and I love that microphone, like you said, the last two broadcasts we've had.
1-2 the count as Vasser looks right at the runner at first. Pitch on the way, bounces in. Good stop by Jonathan Fitz. Keeps the runner right where he is. And the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Our broadcast brought to you by Harvest Valley Pest Control. Living healthy, local, and pest-free. You can rest assured Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet-safe material around your home or office. Call Harvest Valley Pest Control today for a free estimate at 509-423-2207. Strike 3 called. Gone looking is Michael Weber. 6 strikeouts for Quincy Vasser on a record-setting night. That brings up TJ Wachter. I almost thought that we'd see Mitch come out of the dugout right now and replace him right now, just to give him the fanfare.
Oh, with the strikeout? Yeah, that would be a good call.
Wachter steps in. Pitch on the way, swung on a broken bat, grounded to the left side, and they'll go the short route to second. And the fielder's choice will retire the side. So Quincy Vasser, shutout, 6 innings, takes the hat off, gets a good crowd applause, and gets fist bumps from all of his teammates as he finishes with 6 strikeouts on the night. I'm sure that is also his night here for the AppleSox. 12-0 our score as we head to the bottom of the 6th. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Want to stay up to date on the latest news in the area? Tired of paying for your news? Download the NCWLIFE app now. No subscriptions necessary. Get news, weather, sports, and more live as it happens. Available for iPhone and Android in the App Store. Local news at your fingertips. Don't miss the stories that matter to you. Stay connected. Download the NCWLIFE app now.
My name is Anna Marie. I've lived at Prestige here for 6.5 years, and I love it. They just made you feel so welcome. I love my room. I get 3 meals a day, do as I darn well want to. I've loved it ever since I moved in.
Mom's a wonderful, wonderful lady. She deserved the very best, and I got it for her here at Prestige.
Well, you can close books on Wade Trelogin. He goes 2 innings, allows 6 runs on 6 hits, 5 of those earned. No strikeouts and 1 walk. He'll be replaced by Chase Taylor, 3rd pitcher of the night here for the NorthPaws. Out of Gavilan College, a 6'1", 200-pound sophomore, originally from San Diego with a 6.31 earned run average, an 0-run record. Pitch on the way, high and inside for ball 1 to Cannon Peary. 1-0 the count as the AppleSox have scored early and often here tonight, leading at 12-0.
I like that.
Perry back in, pitch on the way to him, swung on and fouled away, and the count's even at 1 ball to 1 strike. It becomes a point where Wenatchee's got, 12 runs on 13 hits in the ball game. You start looking down the lineup here and say, okay, who doesn't have a hit so far? 1-1 the count to Peary, strike call, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Cannon has 2 hits so far to his credit on the night. He also has scored a run. He's 2 for 3 in the ball game. 1-2 the count to him here from Taylor. And a pitch by the right-hander swung on a chop foul on the 3rd base side. The count stays at a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, we got Bean and Hoyland are the last 2 to need a hit here.
Okay. All right, we'll work on that.
Yep.
1-2 the count to Peary. And the pitch on the way. Outside, good eye, evens the count at 2-2. Our broadcast also brought to you by Together for Youth, encouraging you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org. This pitch swung on, popped up, foul, and into our pine trees behind home plate. Count stays at 2-2 to Cannon Peary. He'll be followed by Jonathan Fitz and Cam Hoyland due up here in the 6th inning. Did we get a catch here?
Yep, we get one hopper off the bleacher.
Oh, nice, nice.
And then, friendly enough, she handed it off to another kid.
Love that. 2-2 count to Peary. Pitch on the way and just outside for ball 3.
I saw her hustle after one earlier, and so she's got one's enough, she says.
3-2 count to Peary to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. Pitch on the way, swung on, popped up in the infield behind home plate. And the catcher off with a mask and will reach up and make the catch. Nice play by Matthew McDonald.
He's got a hairline like you and I.
He does. So a pop foul to the catcher for 1 out brings up catcher Jonathan Fitz. I think Fitz and McDonald having a little discussion here. He says, okay, you're 1 for 1 on those. I'm 0 for 1.
Yep.
But Jonathan, I mean, his was a little more difficult.
It was.
It was higher, and it was up the third baseline. Fitz has a base hit and a walk and an RBI and a run and a strike.
Doing a good job behind the plate.
Yes, he
calling
is.
pitches. And
handling our starter tonight, Quincy Vasser. Pitch on the way here. Look out inside and hit him. And he'll head down to the base. Our first hit batsman of the night. 1 on, 1 out for the AppleSox. Brings up left fielder Cam Hoyland. Cam, one of those looking to add to the hit total here for the AppleSox tonight. 0 for 9 so far. He's grounded out to first and flown out to left and flew out to the third baseman. So 1 on and 1 out for the AppleSox, again with a runner on the base paths. And I think every single inning they've had a runner on the base paths tonight. Pitch bounces in for a ball. 1-0 the count from Chase Taylor.
Yeah, this is only our 2nd inning where we haven't had the leadoff hitter on.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Go back to the first inning, the first time we had the leadoff man make an out. Taylor ready. Pitch on the way is strike called on the inside corner. Count evens to Hoyland at 1-1.
Looked a little up and in.
Yeah, it would be human nature for the umpire in this situation in a 12-0 ball game. I would think. Now, I'm not saying this is the case, but if it were me, I would have the tendency to maybe extend that strike zone just a little bit in a 12-0.
And I'm, as a coach and as a player, I'm 100% okay with it, but not when you get 2 strikes on you.
Right.
You need to get back to a legit strike zone.
Such is the case here, and the pitch on the way, swung on and a fly ball right to the right fielder and right at Joey Rico.
Not a base hit, but you cannot be upset with that at all.
No, that was a good swing on the bat by Hoyland and a hard line drive out. So 2 outs here for the AppleSox in the inning, and the last man in the lineup, Kanoa Morisaki, steps up. Got a good night going.
Left side here.
2 for 3 night with an RBI, a double, and a run scored. Morisaki batting from the left side has that big gap between first and second. Pitch on the way is a little low for a ball. 1-0 the count. And interesting that they're keeping the runner on at first base with a 12-0 game.
Yeah.
You think?
And with the left-handed hitter up.
And with Jonathan Fitz being a catcher.
Right.
Pitch on the way is strike called on the inside corner. And I think here we're seeing that expanded strike zone a little bit by our home plate umpire.
Yeah, going back to it, you don't want to take the bat out of a kid's hand by striking him out on a bad pitch, but if he gets to 2 strikes on him, that's okay.
1-1 the count. Pitch on the way to Morisaki is a little bit low for a ball. 2-1. AppleSox back at it again tomorrow night here at Paul Thomas Senior Field. We will not be here, but the game will still be here, so we hope you come out to the ball game and cheer on the AppleSox. 6:35 start time tomorrow and again on Thursday. Pitch here is strike called and evens the count at 2-2.
And it's even supposed to be cooler tomorrow and the next night. May need a long sleeve shirt.
Yeah, yeah, because it's going to be windy tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
We've got fire weather watch, in fact, for north central Washington, so we're keeping a close eye on that here on the news side. Pitch here bounces in, and Fitz won't even offer a shot at running to second. After he was hit by a pitch to get down to first base in a 12-0 ball game, he looks across the diamond at Mitch Darlington. Mitch is like, yeah, just stay.
Yeah.
3-2 count to Morisaki, although the runner will go on the pitch here with 2 outs in the inning. And as he goes, the pitch is swung on and cued foul. The count stays at 3-2, and Morisaki, kind of a look on his face like, oh, that was my pitch.
It was. Got out in front of that a little bit.
Broadcast brought to you by Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Caught in a conflict, family, housing, business? Call Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center at 509-888-0957 for some help. 3-2 count. Again, Fitz will run on the pitch as he goes. Pitch on the way, swung on and hit through the right
that gap
side.
that you were talking about.
And Morisaki, how about it? A 3-hit night tonight. Good to see for the youngster out of Cal State Bakersfield. Fitz was running, so he winds up at third base on the play. Runners on the corners with 2 down, and back to the top of the order for Brady Bean. Bean.
He could use a base hit here, couldn't he?
Let's see. He walked. Is that right? His last at bat?
Yep, walked his last at bat.
So he's 0 for 3 officially on the night. This first pitch looked good, but ball called by the home plate umpire. 1-0 the count to Brady. Grounded out to third, flew out to right, struck out, and then walked and scored in the 5th. The 1-0 pitch swung on, popped up, foul, and out of play. Nobody's going to get to that one. The count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, let's take a look around the West Coast League tonight and see what else is going on as far as the scoreboard is concerned. I'm going to have to go back up here.
I was just looking up there. 14 hits for us tonight. Pitcher's dream, huh?
This curveball misses inside for ball 2. 2-1 to count to Brady. And scoreboard. Bunch of action happening tonight. Good one in Ridgefield. Well, the Raptors are trying to stay undefeated in the second half. They're 13-0 coming into the game tonight and trail at home in the top of the 7th to Corvallis, the other hot team in the South. 6-5 is the score in that one. That's a great one.
I think I saw it too. The Portland Pickles have only got 11 losses on the season.
Yeah, no, they're doing really well. Brady Bean gets walked, so the bases are jammed here for Henning. Henning came in for Hartman and got an RBI single in his first plate appearance, so he also added to the hit parade earlier and a chance to pick up some ribbies here. So Fitz at third base, Morisaki at second, Bean at first, and the first pitch on the way. High for a ball, 1-0 the count to Matthew Henning.
Got to be real selective here. It seems like this guys can't find the strike zone quite that well.
Henning out of the University of Washington. Limited playing so far for the AppleSox. His pitch swung on and fisted foul and out of play. Count goes even at a ball and a strike to Henning. Other scores tonight in games underway in the bottom of the 6th. Victoria leading at Port Angeles 3-1. Kelowna and Bellingham at Joe Martin Field tonight, scoreless in the top of the 7th. That's a good one. Walla Walla leading Yakima Valley at Burlesky Stadium in the top of the 7th, 5-1. Curveball here misses away for ball 2, 2-1 to count. Cowlitz at Bend tonight, all tied up at 5-5. That's in the bottom of the 6th. Portland hosting Springfield, and the Drifters have the lead in the bottom of the 4th. That one 1-0. 2-1 to count here to Henning. He'll take the pitch inside for ball 3. I know Henning wants to be a hitter up here and not walk in a run, but it's got to be close.
Yeah, for sure.
For him to swing at something. You don't want to be swinging at a bad pitch and start a bad habit. Sox on top, 12-0, trying to add to it here. Pitch on the way to the plate, swung on and hit back off the mound, and that's going to go into center field for a base hit. They're going to score 1 and then hold everybody up. 13-0 Wenatchee on the RBI single, 2nd in a row for Henning.
That's classy right there by Mitch Darlington. Don't want to run up the score because, you know, we've all been in those situations on the good side of it and the bad side of it.
Absolutely, and you got to play this team for the next 2 nights, too.
Yes.
So you don't want to get any bad blood going here in the first game of the series.
Or have somebody stretch something and get hurt.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
Try and stretch a run there.
Aiden Dougherty steps up, who is 2 for 2 tonight with a couple of runs and an RBI. And make that 4 RBI for Mr. Dougherty.
2 for 2 with 2 walks.
Yeah, good night for Aiden.
Yeah.
And a chance to ring the bell again here with a 1-0 count. And Chase Taylor having a difficult time. Pitch on the way, bounces in. Good stop by the catcher, Matthew McDonald, and the count now to 2-0. And, you know, and that's hard as a catcher, too, because you're doing all you can behind the plate, and you're giving the best pitch to sign to the pitcher you think is going to help him. You're trying to give him a good target, and then your poor guy just can't throw a strike.
Yeah.
2-0 the count to Dougherty here. Base is jammed. Pitch on the way inside for ball 3.
And that's where he starts to aim, and, you know, then the ball's flat, and it's right over the middle of the plate.
Yep. Again, 13-0 our score here. Wenatchee trying to add to it, and he'll take all the way on that 3-0 pitch. It's a strike call, so the count goes to 3-1. Dougherty back in the right-handed batter's box. Chase Taylor just trying to will away to find the final out here in the 6th inning, keep Wenatchee off the board. Pitch on the way, swung on the ground to the second baseman, off to his right, off his chest, and a run's going to score, and a second run's going to score, and the AppleSox just keep adding on. It's 15-0.
All right. What do we give that there?
That's a base hit. That's a Paul Thomas base hit.
I think you're right.
And a couple of RBIs for Dougherty, so add to his total on the night. That is 3, 4, 5, 6 ribbies tonight for Aiden Dougherty.
What a game.
Morisaki scores easily. Brady Bean scores from second base on the play.
Evan Cloyd with a triple earlier in the game, too.
Pitch to him and missing outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. And we talked about Chase Taylor coming into the ball game in relief here with a 6.31 earned run average, that ballooning here quickly before his eyes.
Yes.
1-0 the count to Cloyd, and he'll take a fastball high for ball 2. 8th man to the plate here for the AppleSox is, I keep score with a pen. A lot of baseball purists will frown at that.
It's good unless it's raining.
Yeah, we've had that before, haven't we?
Yes.
Pitch here misses for a ball. 3-0 the count, but my ink has run amok in this column here for the AppleSox tonight. There is a lot of black marks on this side of the ledger, that's for sure. 3-0 counts with runners at first and third. Pitch on the way is ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk, as Kamloops does have a right-hander warming up down to the bullpen, and catcher Matthew McDonald will come out and try to settle his pitcher down and figure out a way to get the final out here as James Castagnola steps up. James with a home run tonight and a base hit, couple of runs scored. He's got a couple of RBIs, also lined out and flew out. 2 for the 4 night for Castagnola. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed.
That was a big swing right there, oh man.
My goodness. Thanks. The wind kind of died, James. Thanks for trying to give us a little fan here. 0-1 the count to Castagnola. The
Going for a 6-run home run right there.
Yeah, back in there looking for a grand salami maybe. And a 16-0 or 15-0 lead for the AppleSox. Pitch on the way, misses high for a ball.
Well, and this is where we talked about at the very beginning of the game where we want to get to their bullpen.
Yeah.
And we're seeing that their starting pitcher was the best.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and the best in their lineup.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens over the next couple of nights. But like you say, baseball's baseball. You never know what's going to happen. This pitch fouled back.
Exactly.
Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Castagnola. So far, the AppleSox have had 1 inning where they brought 9 to the plate. This is the 2nd inning of bringing 9 to the plate. And for me personally, with my score sheet, I'm hoping that this is the final out. Now, fans, I know you're wishing for a hit here, and this pitch misses for a ball. The count evens to Castagnola at 2-2. But if you've never kept score before, you get 9 batters, and you got 9 in a row in a column for the inning. And then if they bat 10, then you nudge into the next inning. So now the 7th inning becomes the 6th to finish, and then the rest of your innings are all screwed up. This pitch swung on a ground to the shortstop. Maybe I'll get my wish. I will. There you go. Fielder's choice for the final out, but the AppleSox add 3 more and lead it 15-0. Ringing the bell often tonight. The Sox. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Well, we guessed it, and we were right. The final out in the 6th was the final of the ball game for Quincy Vasser. What a game for Mr. Vasser tonight. He goes 6 innings, no runs, just 3 base hits on the night for Quincy. He strikes out 6 tonight and walked 1, just 1, 2. 2 walks for Quincy Vasser,
yep, 2 walks.
Who stands to win this one is Carson Sweem will take over, 6'3", 200-pound freshman out of Gonzaga. A 14.53 earned run average, and we talked about this with the other guys. This is a chance to get somebody who maybe got roughed up in one appearance to come out and kind of get some things straight.
Yeah, and he was a senior this year at Glacier Peak High School over in Snohomish. We actually got to face him, not on the mound, thankfully, but he was a hitter as well. He played right field for him, and he has a live fastball. I think he clocks in at like 94 with his fastball when he's throwing it well, and he's got some good stuff, and he's got a bright future going forward.
He'll face Joey Rico, Matthew Olivares, and Dylan Decker. That's the lineup due up here in the 7th for the NorthPaws as Kamloops bats. And the first pitch on the way in the inning is a fastball. Boy, that had some
that has some giddy up to it, doesn't it?
It did. 1-0 the count here to Joey Rico, who has 2 of the 4 hits. This pitch is a strike call, and the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. I'm trying to find where that other hit came from. I've only got him for 3 in the ball.
3 hits?
Oh, nope, there it was. Okay, we had a double play back in the 2nd. So 4 hits in the ball game, and 2 of which by this guy. He won't get one this time, as over to his left is Brady Bean, and he'll throw in time for the 4-3 putouts for the first out here in the 7th. That'll bring up Matthew Olivares. Our broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center, a regional hub for career and technical education programs that equip high school-age students with personal, workplace, and technical skills. Give them a call today at 509-662-8827. Pitch on the way, swung on, and this one's got a tail to it. It's going to tail right to the left fielder, Cam Hoyland, for the out.
Like that.
2 outs on, what, 3 pitches?
Yeah.
4 pitches for Carson Sweem, and that brings up the left fielder, Dylan Decker. Decker is 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a base hit. Again, clean slates here on the run column for the Wenatchee pitching staff so far tonight. As Sweem, second pitcher of record, pitches the first pitch here is a fastball missing low for ball 1.
He's got a, I know we all know that he throws hard here, but he's sneaky fast. Like, it doesn't look like his mechanics are slow, and then right at the end it's just got that
explodes out of his hand.
whip right out of his hand. Yeah.
That pitch misses high for ball 2 to Decker. With 2 outs, nobody aboard in the top of the 7th inning. Pitch on the way. Swung on a miss. I think Decker helped him out a little bit. That pitch looked low, but boy, I'll tell you, you don't have much time to figure out what you're going to do there at the plate. And you think about that for Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
And facing these guys that are consistently upper 90s and triple
schemes
digits.
with 104.
Yeah. I mean, how in the world? I mean, you just have to guess right. Strike. No, they're going to appeal. And
Yeah, they
yes,
called it. Yeah.
It is a strike.
Which is odd for him to call that, because again, it should be the third base umpire with a lefty, but obviously we're not in that situation.
2-2 the count to Decker here. The pitch by Sweem is swung on and fouled back, and the count stays at 2-2. Sweem, I should say. Karsten Sweem out there on the mound.
Got another good pitcher from Gonzaga that played for the AppleSox. Marco Gonzalez.
Marco Gonzalez. Pitch swung on and chopped off the plate. Tough play for the shortstop. In on it. He'll field and throw. And a nice job by Morisaki out there. And the Kamloops retired in order. 1, 2, 3. The fans will take their stretch here at the ballpark. Kids will come out and sing. We'll take a break as well as we're middle of the 7th. Sox all over it tonight as they lead it by a score of 15-0. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel. What once was old now is new to the NCWLIFE Channel. Tune in for Bonanza, Superman, The Andy Griffith Show, The Beverly Hillbillies, The Invisible Man, The Lone Ranger, and The Lucy Show. Check your program guide for classic programming on NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station.
Caught in a conflict? Family, workplace, neighbor, business, housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Appreciate you joining us here on the NCWLIFE Channel as the AppleSox are in charge tonight as we head to the bottom of the 17th. 15-0. Yes, your TV is correct. 15-0 is our score, and a new pitcher on the mound here for Kamloops as taking over will be Manitou Tatina. I want to say
Manitou Tatino.
Yeah, I got the pronunciation beforehand. It's Manitou Tatina.
All right.
There we go.
From Tokyo. Shorter University. Never heard of that university either.
Well, and I wonder if it has to do with his dimensions. He's 5'9" and 160 pounds. It could be if you're taller than 6 feet, you're not allowed.
There you go.
In the college.
And he brings it from as low as you can. I think his knuckles are about ready to drag on the ground here.
So as the new pitcher, he will face the AppleSox number 6 hitter Cannon Peary to start things off. So 1 inning of release for Chase Taylor, and he gave up 3 runs. That snapped the webbing out of the glove.
Yeah.
Missed, however, so it was a loud ball to Cannon Peary. Cannon back in already, and Tatino with the pitch. It's inside for ball 3. That's, you know, we don't talk about this ever. Aside from the batter trying to see a guy with a weird delivery like that, the umpire has to change how he looks at it too.
That's true. That's a very solid point.
3-0 count. Pitch swung on and hit in the air to right field. That's going to drop down for a base hit for Cannon Peary.
Cannon's had a good day. Hit the ball hard 3 times. 3 base hits.
Yeah, and even when he was out, so 3-hit night for Cannon Peary. As we'll head to Jonathan Fitz once again, who will come to the plate for the 5th time here tonight. He's scored twice, has an RBI single, hit by a pitch.
Base hit, base on balls.
Pitch here is a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 to count to Jonathan Fitz. So 3 hits given up as well by Chase Taylor as we're closing out his book on the night. He did not strike out a batter.
Oh,
pitch.
That got in on him quick, didn't it?
Oh, it did.
It was like, nope, not swinging, not swinging. Oh, I better swing.
Better swing. It's kind of a survival swing there. And 1-hit batsman for Chase Taylor. So all 3 of the runs that scored were earned on him tonight on those 3 hits in that 1 frame in the 6th. Now we're in the 7th.
Oh.
Pitch here misses outside for a ball.
He was sneaky on that.
He was.
A lot of times people are up top and then they sneak one in down low, but he did the exact opposite there.
1-2 the count to Fitz. Pitch on the way inside, and boy, he fisted that one off. Kind of a protection swing as well. The count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Again, Manata Tatino on the mound here for the NorthPaws. 4th pitcher of record in the ball game now. Pitch on the way is swung on and hit hard, but foul. That will hit the post.
Thank goodness.
Rachel Mendelis, our camera operator over there, breathing a sigh of relief. She's like, thank goodness that post was here.
Yeah.
Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. So Jonathan Fitz with a little battle here with this submarine pitcher on the mound in Tatino. Pitch on the way. Swung on a missed, and boy, he blew that one by him.
He did.
So 1 out in the inning for the AppleSox brings up Cam Hoyland.
You know, that's one thing that they've added at Major League ballparks for the safety is those nets that go all the way down the lines now.
Yep.
Smart idea.
It is. It is, especially with the number of bats that are getting away from batters now on the swing.
And how hard these guys are hitting
those line drives.
Yeah.
Cam Hoyland steps up. First pitch to him is a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 to count. Cam, one of the only AppleSox not to get a hit tonight. He's 0 for 4 with a line out, a couple of fly outs, and a ground out. So it'd be nice for Cam to get in the hit parade tonight for the AppleSox. 17 base hits, 15 runs to show for it. Curveball here is a strike on the outside corner. And I'll tell you what.
That curveball has a little bit of zip to it, too, doesn't it?
Tatina's showing me something here.
Yeah.
As you've mentioned, the product out of Tokyo. Ready with the next pitch. Submarine again, and this bounces in. Good stop by McDonald. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. You talked about, go ahead.
Shorter University. I'm going to look that up, see where that's from.
Let's find out a little bit more information about that. Of course, the Mariners in action again tonight as well. We'll get you a score.
Private university in Rome, Georgia.
Oh, well, how about that?
Yeah.
Well, Logan Gilbert has had a tough night for the Mariners, and they are heading to the 9th tonight in Seattle, and Seattle trails it 5-1. Swinging a miss here by
Once
Hoyland.
again, no run production.
Mariners, let's see, 3 hits tonight. And do you want me to tell you how many strikeouts the Mariners have offensively? Oh, only 5 strikeouts tonight. Wow, okay. By the way, all 5 runs for LA scored in 1 inning in the 5th. So maybe grand salami, something like that. Morisaki steps up, takes the first pitch for a strike. 0-1 to count to Kanoa. Best night as an AppleSox, as he's got 3 hits tonight. He's 3 for 4 with a couple of runs and an RBI. Pitch here is a little low for ball 1.
Yeah, I had that ball that we could have sworn was going to get out of the ballpark.
Oh, so close. We will try to get Mr. Vasser. I know he's going to be a popular guy after the ball game, but we'll try to get Quincy Vasser on our post-game show. This pitch swung on a fly ball deep to right field. No wind this time. The right fielder going back makes the catch in the warning track on the run.
Catch.
And that'll do it for Wenatchee here on a deep fly ball out by Morisaki, as that'll be the final out to the 7th inning. To the 8th we go. All Wenatchee tonight as the AppleSox lead it by a score of 15-0.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
Want to stay up to date on the latest news in the area? Tired of paying for your news? Download the NCWLIFE app now. No subscriptions necessary. Get news, weather, sports, and more live as it happens. Available for iPhone and Android in the App Store. Local news at your fingertips. Don't miss the stories that matter to you. Stay connected. Download the NCWLIFE app now.
Got a new pitcher on the mound here for the Wenatchee AppleSox. Josh Mejia will come out to pitch. A 6'2", 200-pound sophomore from Lower Columbia, originally from Puyallup. He's got a 1-0 record. He's only pitched in, 5 innings so far this summer for the AppleSox and got kind of roughed up. 12.6 earned run average.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Because, all it takes is one bad inning.
Yeah, one bad inning,
up.
and there goes your balloon, your ERA. By the way, Karsten Sweem, good for the AppleSox. 1 inning, zeros across the board.
Yes.
1, 2, 3 frame.
It's a good confidence booster for him.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And all it takes is a mentality switch too, right? So he may have been down on himself earlier, and because he didn't have great numbers coming into today, but then he comes out and now he's got that confidence, and hopefully we'll see the same thing here.
Oh my!
He's bringing it.
Yeah.
I wish we had the miles per hour
I know.
thing.
Schlesselman will lead it off. He's got a couple of flyouts to the outfield for his credit tonight, so he's 0 for 2. Next pitch misses away for a ball. 2-0 the count to Schlesselman as Josh Mejia takes over for the Wenatchee AppleSox. Coach Mitch Darlington giving some guys a chance to get out there on the mound and show their wares. Pitch here misses away for ball 3. So not the way he wanted to start things for certain.
No.
So Mariners trailing 5-1 as they head to the 9th inning at T-Mobile Park tonight. Meanwhile, we'll check some scores in the West Coast League. This pitch is in there for a strike, and the count goes to 3-1. Corvallis and Ridgefield, they're in the bottom of the 8th with the Knights leading the Raptors 7-5. That's in Ridgefield tonight. Victoria leading in the bottom of the 7th over Port Angeles on the west side. 5-1 the score there. Bellingham now leading Kelowna in the top of the 9th inning, 1-0, so they're trying to wrap that one up. Watt will be given up here to Schlesselman, and that'll bring up Anthony Sedekasi. Sedekasi is 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and he grounded into a double play. Other scores tonight, Walla Walla leading Yakima Valley 6-1. That's in the bottom of the 7th. Still tied at 5 in Bend tonight between the Black Bears and the Elks. That's in the top of the 8th. Portland and Springfield are now tied 1-1. That's in the bottom of the 6th inning. And they still don't have anything for Nanaimo at Edmonton tonight, but they've got some smoke problems up at Edmonton. That game that started late the other night, I think it was a smoke issue from fires burning in northern British Columbia. So,
gotcha.
Or Edmonton, I should say. That's not in British Columbia. That's Alberta, right?
Yeah.
Edmonton.
Yep. I'm looking at Mejia throw here, and we've both commented about how hard he's throwing. And sometimes it's not about how hard you throw. If you take a couple miles an hour off your fastball, it's going to start moving a little bit more. And right now, I think he's in I need to throw hard, and he's thus a little bit more wild than what he needs to be. And when he does get it over the plate, it's going to be pretty straight.
As I mentioned, he's only pitched in 5 innings here so far this summer for the AppleSox, and whatever Jonathan Fitz said to him, he apparently settled him down. That was a strike right down the middle. 2-1 to count to Sedekasi, and another strike. So maybe he just told him exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
Don't throw so hard.
Yeah.
Just pitch it. 2-2 count to Sedekasi with a runner at first base and nobody out here in the top of the 8th inning. Pitch on the way by Mejia, swung and chopped off the plate. Shortstop will field. The only play is to first base. Another good play by Morisaki out there and making it look easier than it is for sure.
Yes, and I love the communication by the catcher on that. Fitz was yelling 1-1-1. He's the journal, or the general, not the journal. He's a general. He
may keep a journal. He may go home tonight.
He could, yeah.
Dear journal. It was a good night.
It was a good night.
Pitchers were throwing strikes. Quincy Vasser set a record.
Yep.
Good job for Q. Jacob French, top of the order now in there for the NorthPaws. He'll take ball 1. But you're right. He is the quarterback out there. This pitch swung on and chopped off the plate, and it will bounce foul. And a count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. We had a plate when I played high school baseball. And of course, we got a lot of rain in Western Washington growing up in Cedar-Woolley. Played at Stanwood, and Stanwood had it was hollow underneath home plate.
Yeah.
And so if you hit it off the plate, that ball would bounce about 50 yards in the air.
Really?
And crossing home plate, if you're standing up, you got to be careful because your foot would actually sink into home plate if you stepped on it. So it was a little interesting. And then as a catcher, you don't want to step on that when you're trying to throw a runner out at second base or something like that.
Yeah, a lot of them have a wood base to them. And then I suppose that one probably rotted over time, you know, with the rain and dissipated. And
I never, in fact, I'm trying to think of all my baseball career. I never played on an artificial surface field.
Really?
Yep, nope. Pitch here is outside for ball 4, so the second walk given up here in relief by Mejia. And that'll put runners at first and second with 1 out, and that'll bring up Matthew McDonald, the catcher. We've got one more game broadcast on the regular season for you coming up next Friday, August 2nd, Nanaimo at Wenatchee. 6:30 with our pregame, Brandon Schmitten and yours truly, and then 6:35 start time. That's provided it's not 100 and some odd degrees again by next Friday, which it very well could be. We'll see about that. But that is the schedule for next Friday, and then the postseason will have at least one broadcast, if not 2, in that first round series for the AppleSox, as they've already punched their ticket to the postseason.
yeah, that's always fun. Playoff baseball is a great time.
Every out. I mean, it's not as intense. Okay, what was that?
Visits.
Visit, okay.
He was saying that's the second visit.
You know, and
one
before
coach.
we couldn't hear that.
Right, yeah.
If I wouldn't have been talking about
thought he was just saying peace to the to the
So a little visit on the mound by Tyler Cowley, the pitching coach for the AppleSox, to try to settle Josh Mejia down here. Runners at first and second. Pitch on the way right down the middle for a strike. And I always love to see that pitcher after a visit to the mound and just throw a strike.
Yeah, and Fitz did a good job settling him down and got an out. And coach comes out here and hopefully does the same thing.
0-1 pitch, swung on a miss, and the count goes to quickly 0-2. And good to get ahead of a batter instead of being behind, because then that puts even more pressure on your shoulders.
Right.
Again, he's got a lot of room to work with here. 15-0 the score. AppleSox on top. Pitch swung on a miss, and how about that? Strikeout for Mejia. The second out of the inning. That'll bring up Michael Weber.
Now that was we didn't recognize that. There was a pinch hitter there that last at bat.
Oh, there was. Okay.
Yeah, that was Ethan Vandelender.
Okay.
From, you tell me how to pronounce that. Bemidji.
Bemidji State.
All right.
I've actually had a player in the past.
Oh, really?
That was from Bemidji State. Yes.
Okay.
I don't remember if it was AppleSox or if it was an opposing player, but yeah, I've heard of Bemidji before. Swing and a miss here. And
what a conversation Coach had. 5 straight strikes since he talked with him.
So whatever he said was the magic elixir.
Yeah.
0-2 the count as Weber's back in. Pitch on the way by Mejia, swung on and a line drive to center field, and the center fielder will field it and make the out, and that'll do it here for the threat by Kamloops in the 8th. As they leave 2 aboard, we'll head to the bottom of the 8th. All Wenatchee tonight as they lead at 15-0. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Welcome back once again to the bottom of the 8th inning. Top of the order due up here for the AppleSox. Brady Bean will be followed in the lineup here for Wenatchee by the man who came in to replace Mr. Hartman out there in center field, Matthew Henning. And then it'll be Aiden Dougherty. Trying to see where your pinch hitter came in to play defensively here, Mr. Schmitten.
Yeah, number 10.
So that was for the catcher. So is he our new catcher?
I believe so.
Looks like
yeah.
it. Okay.
Yep.
So McDonald's night is done. And you said that was Van de Linder, right?
Yes.
Van de Linder is the new catcher. And the first pitch of the inning is a ball to Brady Bean. Pitch on the way. Swung on and chopped back over the mound to the shortstop on 3 hops. He'll field and throw, and it's in time for the out. Good play there.
Yeah.
By Sedekasi. So with 1 out here, you have somebody watching at home tonight, sir, that you need to say hi to?
You bet. Annie Camille, how are you doing? Hope you're enjoying the game. Annie Camille and Uncle Bob watching up in Manson, Washington.
Hello, Auntie and Uncle.
Yes.
Why is it Auntie and not
Uncle-y?
Unky? Is it?
That's a good question.
Pitch here to Henning is the swing and a miss. 0-1 the count.
That is a good question.
Oh, my producer back in the studios just had a nice comment in my ear. These guys. Pitch here misses inside for a ball. 1-1 the count. I was telling my wife about our conversation the other night about the pitcher for the Yakima Valley Pippins whose hat kept coming off.
Oh, yeah.
I thought about my grandma saying about he needs a
bobby pin.
A bobby pin.
Yeah.
And how we started giggling at that for no reason whatsoever. My wife just stared at me like, you're a dork. 2-1 to count to Henning here. Good night for the AppleSox. Good night for the home fans. And there's still quite a few left here at the ballpark. This pitch misses up and in. 3-1 to count. As it's the second inning of relief here for Tatina.
Yeah, getting him some extra work here is always nice.
Well, and I'm sure that Coach Bautista and the rest of the staff for the NorthPaws would love to just have him finish this out, be done, that's it. Don't use any more arms because you got 2 more games over the next 2 days.
Right.
Henning back in and ready with a count full at 3-2.
And hey, if he can come out here and get no runs scored against him, then.
Tatina's pitch is strike 3 called. And gone looking is Henning for the second out. And that'll be up to Aiden Dougherty to keep things going here. The AppleSox, by the way, have not been retired in order at all in this entire ball game. So a chance for the NorthPaws to do that here. And we're going to have a pinch hitter for the AppleSox, as it will be Hunter Friedberg who will come in.
San Diego, University of San Diego.
Friedberg on the summer, batting .267. We'll watch the first pitch in there for a strike at a count 0-1. So Dougherty, our right fielder, will probably be replaced by Friedberg, who's also an outfielder for the AppleSox. Redshirt freshman from Lakewood, California. I'm not too familiar with the geography of California. Do you know where Lakewood would be?
I don't.
Okay. 0-2 the count here to Dougherty as he fouled off the second pitch. So Tatino with a chance to shut the AppleSox down here. Pitch misses high and away for a ball.
He gets a lot of velocity.
He does for a little guy.
Yeah.
5'9".
Little spark plug.
AppleSox. Actually, Tatino shut the AppleSox out in the 7th inning, facing 4 batters, trying to go the minimum here in this inning. It goes right between his legs. Shortstop over,
Great
fields
play.
and throws, and what a play by Sedekasi out there at shortstop, who's able to range to his left, scoop up the ball, make the throw in time, and get a very speedy Friedberg out at first base. Sox retired in order. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning, or excuse me, the top of the 9th inning, and well, I don't know if they have it in the tank, but you never know. 15-0 our score, and the big fella take it over. We'll tell you who that is coming up next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
My name is Anna Marie. I've lived at Prestige here for 6.5 years, and I love it. They just made you feel so welcome. I love my room. I get 3 meals a day, do as I darn well want to. I've loved it ever since I moved in.
Mom's a wonderful, wonderful lady. She deserved the very best, and I got it for her here at Prestige.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Have to.
Welcome back once again here to the ballpark as we head to the top of the 9th inning. And a new pitcher in the ballgame for the Wenatchee AppleSox will be Connor Ashworth, the 6'7", 340-pounder out of Whitworth. Originally from Brewster, so he gets a good crowd hand here at the ballpark. Inflated ERA at 18, but he hasn't pitched a lot for the AppleSox. In fact, he's only pitched in 1 inning so far this summer. He is back again in an AppleSox uniform, and good to have Mitch Darlington get him out here on the pitch.
Yeah, it is nice. Like we've talked about, get some innings out of these kids. It's pressureless. I mean, you have your internal pressure that you're putting on yourself, but as far as the game's concerned, it's pretty mellow for you.
Pitch on the way, swung on, popped up, and out of play. Count 0-1 here to TJ Wachner. We'll have to keep an eye on the Kamloops NorthPaws as well, see if they bring in any pinch hitters here in the 9th inning. So Quincy Vasser has the opportunity to win this one tonight for the AppleSox. That would improve his record to 2-3 on the season. This pitch fouled away as well, and count quickly in the big fellow's favor. 2-0, or 0-2, I should say. Definitely not a save opportunity here for Connor.
Definitely not.
15-0. Now, the curious part of baseball, I always thought, I'll wait for Connor to throw this next pitch. The big right-hander's pitch on the way, swung on it, chopped off the plate, foul up the third baseline, is how you could blow a save.
Yep.
And then get the win.
Yes.
That always kind of bothered me.
Especially for the starting pitcher.
Yeah, yeah. If it was, like, who was it? Bryce Miller last night, wasn't it? Went 7 innings.
Yeah.
Scoreless, and then the bullpen choked it away.
Yep.
0-2 pitch again.
Nice
is
pitch.
Strike 3, cold, gone looking is Wachter for the first out. Connor Ashworth with the strikeout, his 2nd of the summer. Again, just 1 inning of work so far for Connor. But I say this literally, not figuratively, but also figuratively. He is a big presence in the AppleSox dugout. Not just physically, but everybody loves this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he seems like a lovable type.
Joey Rico steps in. The first pitch is a
facing
strike.
him.
Outside corner. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in the batter's box for sure.
No.
Rico 2 for 3 tonight. Best night for anybody in a NorthPaw uniform. Pitch on the way. Swung on a fly ball down the left field line. Foul ball by about 3 feet. 0-2 the count to Rico. Just a long foul ball, long strike. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Brandon go down and get Mitch Darlington and also get Quincy Vasser for our postgame show coming up here after we are said and done. I'm sure Mitch doesn't have a lot to say to the boys after this one. Just, hey, good job. Let's get to the ballpark and do it again tomorrow. Swing and a miss here. And how about 2 strikeouts and 2 batters faced by Connor Ashworth, the big fella, bringing it. Brings up Matthew Olivares. Olivares tonight is 0 for the night so far. Lined out a couple of times and flew out to center. Connor Ashworth just trying to close the door and close the night for the AppleSox at a big win. Pitch on the way, misses outside for a ball. 1-0 the count to Olivares. You're talking about the lineage here. He's a coach's son.
Yeah, his dad was a football coach up in the Brewster and Okanagan area.
Pitch here is, oh my, that looked good, but I guess a little bit outside for a ball. 2-0 the count to Olivares.
Yeah, it was always fun coaching and getting to know coaches from other schools and stuff.
Absolutely. 2-0 pitch on the way by Ashworth. Here is a strike on the outside corner, 2-1.
And then seeing their kids that used to be little bitty things grow up and do great things, it's enjoyable.
Connor back and ready, and the right-hander's 2-1 pitch is across but low for ball 3. 3-1 to count. Connor with now 3 strikeouts on the summer, has only given up 1 walk. The 3-1 pitch on the way here, swung on and missed, and the count goes to 3-2. And Connor Ashworth trying to strike out the side possibly for the AppleSox on a night when it was a record-breaking strikeout night for Quincy Vasser, who stands to earn the victory here tonight for the Wenatchee AppleSox. It would be his 2nd win of the season. Pitch on the way by Ashworth is a curveball just outside, missing for ball 4. Ashworth clapped his bare hand into his glove disgustedly after that pitch that just barely missed on trying to nip the outside corner on a curveball.
Yeah, Bautista's staying pretty true to his lineup here, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Dylan Decker steps up. 1 for 3 night for Decker. Love to get that shutout with the AppleSox pitching staff, and a swing and a miss there. 0-1 to count here to Decker.
And that's a tough situation when you're down so much. Do you get guys in, or do you try and get your starters to get a little bit of confidence when
heading into tomorrow? Yeah. Strike 2 called. All right, here we go again. 2-strike count to the batter.
Good thing for us, though, is our pitchers haven't given anybody any confidence.
That's true.
Our relievers or our starter.
Strikeout to Wachter to start the inning. A strikeout to Rico. A walk, and now an 0-2 count to Decker. Ashworth's pitch swung on a chop foul, and the count stays at 0-2. So we'll do it again. Lovely night for baseball.
Yeah.
Next couple of nights going to be nice as well. So come on out here to Paul Thomas, cheer on the home team as they look to continue their stretch of great baseball this summer. 0-2 counts. Connor's ready. Pitch on the way, swung on and hit hard but foul down the right field line. Count stays at 0-2. Look at the AppleSox dugout. Everybody on their feet out in front of the dugout, ready to greet Connor Ashworth when he gets the final out here in the 9th inning. All Wenatchee tonight. 15-0 the score. Runner at first goes. The pitch on the way, high and away for a ball. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. I thought he went, but he stays right there. That's Olivares out there at first base. Of course, 15-0 really doesn't matter if he moves from one base to the other. You
right.
Have a lot of guys and 2 outs here in the 9th inning. The 1-2 pitch swung on and hit foul again. So a battle here between Connor Ashworth and Dylan Decker.
And we'll definitely see him going on full count, but I would be surprised if he went prior to that.
1-2 to Decker. Connor working from the stretch, gets the sign for Fitz, and the pitch by Ashworth. On the way to the plate is swung on and hit foul again. So we'll do it again. Ball boy thought he was done for the night. Comes out with a few new baseballs for our home plate umpire, Zach Burr. Umpire crew's been good tonight. Of course, they haven't really had to work too hard in a 15-0 ball game.
Yeah.
1-2 to Decker. Back in the left-handed batter's box. Ashworth ready. And the pitch.
Got him.
AppleSox
they
dugout.
The same thing.
We're coming out on the field. 2-2 the count to Decker. That did not miss by much. Decker back and ready. Ashworth with a lean over his shoulder to look at the runner at first base. Here comes the big fella's 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, and he strikes out the side. And the AppleSox get the win here tonight by a score of 15-0. We'll take a break and come back. The postgame show comes your way next. We'll talk with Mitch Darlington. We'll talk with Quincy Vasser. It's all coming up here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Lifeline Ambulance has partnered with Wenatchee Valley Tech to provide EMT certification training within the high school. This opens up career opportunities in EMS, fire, and other medical fields, and gives these students a leg up when entering the workforce.
Students at Wenatchee Valley Tech, through our partnership with Lifeline Ambulance, can now earn their National Registry EMT certification.
Want to stay up to date on the latest news in the area? Tired of paying for your news? Download the NCWLIFE app now. No subscriptions necessary. Get news, weather, sports, and more live as it happens. Available for iPhone and Android in the App Store. Local news at your fingertips. Don't miss the stories that matter to you. Stay connected. Download the NCWLIFE app now.
There's no place like home. Because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories. And we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
My name is Anna Marie. I've lived at Prestige here for 6.5 years, and I love it. They just made you feel so welcome. I love my room. I get 3 meals a day, do as I darn well want to. I've loved it ever since I moved in.
Mom's a wonderful, wonderful lady. She deserved the very best, and I got it for her here at Prestige.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
What once was old now is new to the NCWLIFE Channel. Tune in for Bonanza, Superman, The Andy Griffith Show, The Beverly Hillbillies, The Invisible Man, The Lone Ranger, and The Lucy Show. Check your program guide for classic programming on NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station.
Check out clubprocashmere.com for upcoming events and tickets.
Welcome back here on the postgame show on the NCWLIFE Channel as the AppleSox take it to the Kamloops NorthPaws tonight by a final of 15-0. The pitcher of record getting his second win of the season is Quincy Vasser. More importantly, gets the strikeout record. How did that feel when you got that backwards K to make the record?
Yeah, it just felt like a long time coming. Just super happy with the team we have this year, and these guys have been helping each other throughout the lineup and on defense, and it's really easy to pitch when you're comfortable with the defense you have and the coaching staff we have.
Great crowd on hand here tonight. When you got that record, it was announced, and you took your hat off, I see. Was that a little recognition to your teammates and to the crowd here tonight?
For sure. All 3 years I've been here is a blessing. All 3 years, great defense, great lineup. So it's really easy to play when we just have a bunch of good guys on the team and always cheering each other on.
Now, I don't know if you remember, but you joined me on the broadcast your first season here over on the third base dugout, and you hung out for about 3 innings, and that was a lot of fun. I don't know if you remember that too much.
Yeah, I like calling the games and just hanging out with the announcers, and it's just fun to watch from a different perspective, and you guys have a pretty cool job.
It is a pretty cool job, especially when you get a big win here at home tonight. Talk about this team and from your perspective, being a guy who's been around here for 3 years, and how special is this summer?
Yeah, knowing the league and what it takes to kind of make a deep run in the playoffs, I think we have all the tools. The pitching staff's coming together, and the lineup, I mean, they just rake every single day. It's 10, 12, 15 hits and 10-plus runs, and it's almost easy to win games when we're scoring that much and throwing strikes. So it's.
We were talking about that on the broadcast, too. When you get a big lead like that, how does that feel as a pitcher? You kind of relax a little bit, can't you?
Yeah, it's more of just a mindset switch to trying to fill it up and let the defense work and get the innings rolling quick so we can stay in a rhythm with the sticks, not pitching around guys, kind of going at them and seeing how far they can hit it.
How fun was that to watch Connor finish it up tonight with 3 strikeouts?
A ton. I've been playing with Connor since we were kids, and he's a Brewster guy too, and seeing him still out there with me is really cool.
Well, congratulations on the record, and I know you're going to add to it as we go here down the stretch. Best of luck, and keep playing, keep winning, and, we'll be ready for the postseason.
Yeah, I hope we keep putting on good performances and keeping people in the seats. It's really fun.
Quincy Vasser joining us here on the postgame show. He gets the record for strikeouts in an AppleSox uniform. And by the way, I got to ask you before we go. I got to ask you, you know that guy that you took the record from, right?
I think so. I think he's in our conference down south at the college. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Also a North Central Washington guy too. So yeah.
Who is it?
He's out of Ephrata.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or Moses Lake. Moses Lake, right?
Might have run into him a time or two then.
I'm sure. Summer ball or something like that. All right, Quincy, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. Quincy Vasser joining us here on the postgame show. We'll talk to Mitch Darlington coming up next as the AppleSox take it 15-0. We're back after this.
Hey, man. How's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen's a good option for me. The risk of addiction is not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions, and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
Want to stay up to date on the latest news in the area? Tired of paying for your news? Download the NCWLIFE app now. No subscriptions necessary. Get news, weather, sports, and more live as it happens. Available for iPhone and Android in the App Store. Local news at your fingertips. Don't miss the stories that matter to you. Stay connected. Download the NCWLIFE app now.
Well, the Wenatchee AppleSox improved to 4-0 against the team from the north, the Kamloops NorthPaws, with a big 15-0 win here. Talking with Mitch Darlington, the head man for the AppleSox, and you love to get that offense early. And I thought the guys were pretty patient against a very good pitcher for them.
Yeah, I thought, we worked counts. Patient was a good word, but, man, when they threw something in the zone, I thought our guys put really good swings on the baseball tonight. 1 through 9, I thought we were tough outs. We didn't give away anything cheap and made them play defense, so that's all you can really ask for.
Of course, the man of the night, Quincy Vasser, who gets the strikeout record for the AppleSox. Talk about what this guy means to your program.
Oh, yeah. Quincy was one of the first guys I recruited when I took the job here 3 years ago. So he was a local kid, and I had heard that he was dying to get on the AppleSox, and I was like, perfect guy for me, man. We're both locals, and we want to get this thing straightened out and on the right track. And he just bleeds for the AppleSox, man. He always says, he's like, the summer is more important to me than my school ball season. So he's the right type of guy to have in your clubhouse and the right type of guy to have leading you on the mound as well.
I got choked up, honestly. calling that third strikeout that he got tonight and got the backwards K and has the record, and he doffs the cap to the crowd and to his teammates. And, man, that gave me chills.
Yeah, 100%. Going into the night, we knew he needed 3, and it was a special day. It was awesome for the offense to come out and do that for him, and the defense to play well behind him, and it was just kind of the perfect night for him. But again, there's no one around here more deserving than Quincy to go and have this record.
Well, and then also to have Connor come out in the ninth inning and book in that from a couple of Brewster boys, right, and to shut that down and to strike out the side.
Yeah, it actually gave me kind of a flashback. My first win here was Quincy Vasser going 6 and Connor Ashworth going 4 on opening night 3 years ago. So it was kind of funny to have Ashworth out there and close the thing out with 2 local guys. So.
Full circle. Let's talk, though, about your team and how well they're playing right now. And I asked Quincy, too. I said, you've been around for 3 summers now. How does this feel as far as, you already clinched a postseason berth? I know it's day by day and game by game, but, man, this has got a special feeling.
Yeah. I think, the guys are doing a pretty good job of not looking too far ahead, knowing we have clinched a playoff spot and just taking it day by day, man. We talk all the time about being the same guy every day, not up too high, not down too low, showing up to the yard, show your teeth, smile, and just enjoy your time here because it's going to go quick. So I think this group has really embraced that, and we're having a lot of fun right now.
Well, a lot of smiles after this big 15-0 win. Congratulations, and best of luck here the next 2 nights.
Awesome. Appreciate you.
Mitch Darlington joining us here on the postgame show. We'll come back and wrap it up on the way next here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
AmeriCorps allows me to make a huge impact on my community and kickstart my career.
AmeriCorps gave me the opportunity to use my skills for the greater good.
Serving in AmeriCorps gave me the opportunity to help in my community. Take a few minutes to see how you can help your community.
AmeriCorps does vital work in our region. You can make a difference. Join today and make the impact.
Well, Brandon Schmitten joining me here on the postgame show on the NCWLIFE Channel. And Brandon, we talked about it. Quincy Vasser goes really well on the mound tonight, and they give him plenty of offense to get that record and get the win.
Yeah, like Quincy had mentioned too, they come out, they get some runs early, and gives him a little bit of a take a breath and just go out there and pitch like he's capable of. And he showed tonight why has the strikeout record. It was good to see.
Well, it's also good to see this offense continue to contribute and put runs up and put hits up and just keep handing that baton around the offense.
Yeah, tonight everybody was hot. Multiple hits from multiple guys, and it was good to see. And like I said, if you score runs early, then the pitching staff is going to come out and be able to relax a little bit and, like Quincy said, fill up the zone and have them make plays in the field for you. So.
Well, and you get some guys in the game that maybe haven't had a chance to play in a little while. You love that, too, if you're Coach Mitch Darlington.
Yes, that's true. And we got to see the bullpen come out, and some guys that had struggled early in the year now came out and had a good outing. So going into the playoffs, they're guys that they may be calling on. So it's good to see.
Well, they're going to play here the next couple of nights against Kamloops tomorrow at 6:35, on Thursday at 6:35. We're going to be back here again next Friday for more baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel as Nanaimo comes to town, so be sure and join us for that. In the meantime, that's going to wrap up our broadcast. For Brandon Schmitten, I'm Eric Granstrom. Also, thanks to our crew here, Malcolm Whitehall back at the studio, Dan Kuntz, his man who's been all over the place here tonight. He's our line producer as well as our center field cameraman. We also had Scott Patterson on the cameras tonight, Cagney Fox, and the lovely and talented Rachel Mandelis, who is here tonight. It's been a while since we've had Rachel at the ball game, so we're glad that she was able to join us as well. That's going to wrap it up. 15-0, the final. The AppleSox knock off Kamloops in the first 3 here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Have a good night, everybody. So Bellingham has already
Thanks for watching tonight's broadcast of Wenatchee AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel. Coverage of tonight's game was brought to you by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, and our Gold supporter, the Town Auto Group. Tonight's broadcast also brought to you by Apple Valley Honda, Club Crow Bar and Grill, the Chelan Douglas Community Action Council, and AmeriCorps, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Prestige Senior Living at Colonial Vista in Wenatchee and East Wenatchee, Together for Youth, the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and the Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center. This concludes our broadcast of AppleSox baseball right here on the NCWLIFE Channel. We now return to regularly scheduled programming already in progress.
How about finding a gap in center field for an RBI single? Beautifully struck ball by Witten.